should be on.
Streaming again. Should be up in a couple seconds.
Yeah. There you go, and we're back. Oh, it actually says episode 5. It should say episode 6.
Nice.
No problem. It's fine. There
nice.
you go. It's up. I'm gonna kill you. All right, there you go. All right, we're back.
And we're back, ladies
We're back.
and gentlemen.
Game is all set. Everything is ready.
Oh, and look, someone's here to join us. He's back as well.
Hello, Lawrence.
Hello. Why are you being followed by 2 grown, muscly men?
They are our bodyguards that we hired.
have me and Adrian have been like working out since the last time I saw this.
Well,
Vaguely, I guess. It is really funny, just the juxtaposition.
Yeah, because like you and Evie are still super tiny.
I know, we're super tiny and cute.
Tiny and cute. And since I missed out on Saturday stream, I was expecting I come in and everyone
done
would
with
be
the
evolved. Well, no, not done with the game. Like everyone has been.
No,
evolved.
there was a lot of stuff that we went through. It took us a long time to get here.
Oh.
All right. Well, because if you recall, Saba and myself cannot evolve. There is something that is preventing us from using the Luminous Spring.
Yeah, I just figured.
Nah.
get to a point
I'm
where
about to
we're
say,
now-
I'm here to tell you, it's not really spoilers, but I'm here to tell you that us evolving is probably going to be the last thing we do in this playthrough.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess.
It's gonna be really interesting because we're gonna see everybody on the team like maxed out, ready to go on adventures, and then we're probably never gonna see them again.
Dang.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know. Maybe we'll come back at some point just to like chill. Maybe that'll be like a chill stream where we'll just be like running missions and stuff. But what are how many chill stream games have we done so far? Because we did Risk of Rain a few times, obviously,
Rain.
right? We did.
I would say a little more than a few times.
Well, yeah, we did Bejeweled.
Bejeweled. We also have that city building game.
Oh, Dorfromantic.
Dorfromantic. There you go.
Yeah, we did that one. I think it counts, but we did Insane Aquarium, but I think that was just with me and Adrian. I don't think anyone else showed up.
Aquarium with you too. Like, remember the sessions we had together?
Were we
With, like, the
streaming that, or
coin
were we
game?
just hanging out?
No, we were coin gaming and streaming that stuff.
Oh,
Coin
well, there you
game.
go. I was just about to say, I'm pretty sure we did coin games, so, all right. All right.
Fuck, be a landlord.
Oh yeah, we did that multiple times.
Did we do that as a chill stream, or was that like we have a few extra seconds before we're supposed to go on to our next thing? I don't remember. Although Luck Be a Landlord was a lot of fun. I liked you guys not knowing what anything was on the screen and just going and just be like, all right, I want the baby. And I'm like, why? We don't have anything that synergizes with the baby. And you're like, just pick the baby. Like,
See, you
Only one
just
that
choose
matters.
based off of what you like, what it looks like. Yeah.
And how it feels.
thank you, Lawrence. Lawrence died. Oh my, wait, no, I am streaming to you guys. Okay. Whew. Sorry, Lawrence, you weren't here because you were also a wee bit late, but stream started a wee bit late today because I was watching Small Ant stream, and he was on pace to have a Minecraft speedrun that would place him in the top 100 speedrunners in that category. So it was very intense. Well, non-set seed any percent.
Okay.
Glitchless as well.
Glitchless, right?
Right. So just the most popular category, obviously. But
Right.
the pace was 14:30. Like that was the estimate time. and it literally came down to he accidentally thought that one of his pearls broke when in actuality it just like dropped behind a tree and he lost sight of it.
Oh.
So he was like, well, we just gotta cross our fingers and hope that when we get to the portal, it has like at least one Ender Eye on it. He gets there and had none, so the run was dead. And it was like, oh man, that's so sad.
Yeah, that sucks.
The hell?
Oh yeah, you're like the game Safe Harbor is like done today, right?
More or less. There's still a few things to do because I didn't really think about it when I set everything to be the 4th. I forgot that. Sorry, I'm taking a drink. I forgot that Kevin still works like on a regular basis. So I finished literally everything that was on my list of things to do. Or at least that I can do right now. And it just comes down to Kevin putting the finishing touches on a bunch of stuff. And then once he does, we'll export that, update the itch.io page, and then yeah, Safe Harbor will be done.
Ooh, very nice.
Makes user leap to a wall.
How do you think it turned out?
Oh my god, stop just walking on the fucking trap. What's wrong with you people? I think that...
Oh, I'm going back to run on the trap again.
Oh,
Where the hell is everyone?
Well, everybody just decided to like turn around and just leave for some reason. I know I pound... Oh, but it's raining, so the explosion didn't go off. Thank Christ.
Oh, well, nice.
Wow, that's actually quite interesting. They thought of that.
Yeah, it's a neat little thing that happens. All right, so to answer Saba's question of how did Safe Harbor end up, I think that knowing what we know now, I could have planned for some technical eventualities earlier. Like there are some aspects of the game that aren't not exactly not great, but could use a little work in terms of feeling a little bit esoteric. But altogether, the final product is incredibly, like, it makes me so proud to have worked on this project, you know? Because there were periods of time where I felt like I wasn't really doing anything on the project, right? Because I wasn't an engineer and I wasn't an artist. But then when push comes to shove, oh, thank God. When push came to shove, I ended up doing the vast majority. Oh my God! I ended up doing the vast majority of the level design and stuff. I'm glad that you killed me just to die a second later. You piece of shit.
I guess that means your name goes higher on the list.
Why would it go higher on the list?
Because you did more work. I thought it was like equating to how much work.
No, literally, no, very much not. I separated it by like discipline, sorted the disciplines alphabetically, and then sorted the people in the disciplines alphabetically as well. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So as level designer, well, I get because Kevin said that I should qualify myself as like team lead or project manager or whatever, and I was like, okay, I'll put myself as project manager, which still means I show up at the bottom of the list behind artist and engineer, which I think is more appropriate. Can you people just die? I'm sick of this fucking dungeon.
Zach is endorsing for murder. He's
I am sick and tired of this shit, dude.
I'm so sick of people. Why can't they just die? Come on.
This is very good commentary, Saba. Yes.
Man.
Speaking of bad commentary, I'm gonna have to leave the call because for some reason Discord is cutting out your guys' audio for me.
That's not good.
Just being very weird, even though my internet's fine. So give me a bit to
take your time
to troubleshoot that.
Well, it should be nice. What I can do is or I guess I could talk to you in terms of like who would I go like ask about? I mean, I basically only know like you in terms of me talking because I know Kevin, but I don't like interact with him at all.
What are you asking?
Remember how I said I wanted?
You wanted to do like a social media post about it or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, are you asking
like,
who would you ask permission?
Well, not only permission, but where would I like? Who would I like get like the image source from that I want?
either A, I can give it to you, or B, we have an itch.io page. You can find it just by going to itch.io and searching Safe Harbor. The game shows up because there's not a lot of games with that name, obviously. And then in terms of permission, you already have permission. I brought it up at the last meeting, and I was like, yeah, I have a friend who wants to do like a social media thing for like just a post on Instagram, and everybody was like, yeah, that sounds great.
Okay, because I know I was looking for. Did you say I worked? Because like one of the reasons I wanted to do, because I actually worked on the project, so I was like.
I mean, everybody is. Because when I said a friend, I also said the person who did the captain's voice. Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, because
Why are you being so weird about this? Why can't you just be like, yeah?
No, I know. I'm saying because of like the specific role that I ended up playing, I would probably, because I'm looking at the itch.io thing, I would probably ask. Oh shoot, no, don't do this. This is what I want. I would probably ask if you guys have like a, I don't want to say concept, but like a little the concept for the character I did.
Saba, this is the 8th time that you've mentioned this, and I keep telling you, yes, I'll get you that.
Okay.
Yes, this is,
Sorry.
like, actually, it's a little annoying, because literally every time we talk about Safe Harbor, you're like, oh, yeah, and I'm kind of going to want some, like, art of the character, and I'm like, yes.
Great, thanks, Zach, for...
I'm not disparaging you, because I obviously am very happy that you're excited. I'm just saying, like, it's the same, like, it's almost like the conversational equivalent of like.
It's almost like I have a bad memory.
Shut up. It's almost like the conversational equivalent of like when you have a like aunt or uncle that you don't actually see that often, and you guys only ever talk about like the same subject over and over.
You know, and I probably do that, so I don't know. That's just the way I have to live, Zach, because of my memory, okay? Because my fault.
You can get as defensive as you want. The fact still remains that I very much appreciate that you're excited about the project and want to help promote it a little bit with your own thing. Obviously, due to your involvement, but still.
Hey, Lawrence, you back?
Yay. Maybe.
Welcome back.
Hopefully it's fixed. Because I can't really tell until later on, so...
Oh well.
Hopefully it's done. But hey, your team's back together. They're not running all the way, like, all over the dungeon anymore.
Yeah, so the reason why they got separated that previous time was because I didn't want to be caught in a bunch of explosions because of the trap, and I knew that our team was not smart enough to like dodge everything. So no, I don't want you to join. Dude, we're like we keep getting murdered by like Marl and Azumarill.
Yes, that one Marl was trying to escape the gang life. You should have accepted. He now. Oh gosh, they're gonna kill him now. They're gonna kill him for trying to run away.
They're gonna have to whack him.
You're gonna have to whack him. He tried to leave. You can't leave the Marl Mafia.
Can't leave the family. Feed you the pigs. What's a pig in Pokemon?
There's 1,000 of them. There's Grumpig, but that's like a psychic type. You're thinking of like a swine, which I guess would be like Swinub, but that's like a mammoth.
Yeah.
They have Embor and Tepig and stuff. Those would probably be the closest to what you're thinking of. Those are fire types too.
What's the evolution of Spoink?
Grumpig, I already said that.
Oh, it was Grumpig, okay.
Yeah, I don't know exactly why they decided to go with Grumpig as the name, because that doesn't sound very... Because Spoink is spring and oink, right? Like, that's where that name comes from. And so it's like, okay, that like kind of makes sense, I guess. But then Grumpig is grumpy and pig.
He doesn't look very grumpy.
Right? Exactly. He's not very grumpy. And so it's like, well, does he have anything? Does he have a gimmick, or do they just go with Grumpig because it sounds kind of fine? But it's Grump, not Grudge. Grudgig.
Grudgig.
Anyway.
Pig Grudge? Nah.
Pig Grudge,
Still no.
Pig Grudge actually isn't that bad. That's actually not a bad
Pig
name.
Grudge.
Oh my god, Lawrence. That's a horrible Peppa Pig. I hate it so much.
So, because they
I like both of the eyes being on the same side of a 3D face.
Yeah.
That is like every time someone depicts that in like a semi-realistic like setting, it's always horrifying.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, well, well.
Well. How you doing, Salva?
Okay.
How am I doing? I'm doing okay. We're going on. Same with you since you're gonna be busy next weekend. Next weekend?
Next weekend? Yeah, next
no,
weekend.
I mean, we are in this weekend, so you could say next weekend, yeah.
You'll be
Ow.
gone.
What the
next
fuck?
Weekend. 8, 9, 10,
Yes,
11.
I will be gone next
I
weekend.
will. May actually be. Well, no, I'll be super busy. It'll be bad. And then I'm like, subsequent week is gonna be just a lot of trips for me. So I'll see whether or not I survive that. Yay.
Trip isn't like vacation or.
As in like road trip? Which
So
I guess some people call this a vacation. I call sitting in a car for long periods of time torture.
Oh, fair.
So.
Pretty fair, yeah.
So yeah, that's what's
But
going
it's
on
all
with
about
me.
the journey, not the destination.
Oh.
Despite the fact that the
Oh my
journey is
fucking
uncomfortable.
god.
Oh my goodness.
Fuck this dungeon.
work?
I know that this is like late game shit or whatever. God, I just fucking hate
Oh my-
traps and shit. I'm so like, I remember there was one time like super early on in my mystery dungeon career, there was a guy, not a guy, but there was a character that I had whose whole thing was that they were very smart, right? It was the thing that you saw me doing at the beginning of the game, where I just, like, as much as I could, just crammed their face full of gummies. And super early on, they, I don't remember what the name of the skill was per se, but the skill was, it allowed you to see all traps on the floor. And oh my god, was that excellent. And I miss it. I want it. I want it back. I hate these
my
fucking
God.
traps, especially when they just explode or teleport people.
Well, hey, you're about to meet up with two big muscly men.
I mean, they're about to leave as well. Yes, we got them. Now we just have to go get
them.
Saba.
I don't
Saba
even
use
know
dig.
where I am.
There's a little yellow dot on the minimap that you can find. I think you're actually like right above us. Yeah, there you are.
Oh, I guess we were
There
so
you are.
close. I just couldn't see the dots.
All right,
She's
there we
blending
go.
in with the yellow of hobo.
The yellow of oboe.
The yellow
The
oboe.
yellow of hobo.
All right.
What shiny Pikachu?
I don't know
Still
actually.
yellow?
I couldn't
Shiny
actually tell
Pikachu.
you. I don't know.
Is it more orange Pikachu? It's just a more orange Pikachu.
Really? That's so stupid.
They're like
I think
Pikachu is
I-
too iconic.
I think I talked
There
about it.
literally looks no different.
I think I talked about it before, but one of the things I really liked about Temtem was that they actually took shinies seriously. They actually had 3 different versions of the shiny concept, I guess.
This
Wait,
is
which
a
one's the
Pikachu
shiny?
that's-
The one on the left or the one on the
The
right?
one I think the one on the right. It's just a tan Pikachu.
The one on the
It's
right
been
is
out in
just
the
normal.
stone.
The one on the right is normal Pikachu.
Really?
Let me look up shiny Raichu.
Shiny
Wait,
Raichu
that's a
should be like
shiny?
green, I think.
No, it's also just a tanner version.
I'm gonna.
What?
I'm
What?
really excited to. I'm really excited to look up shiny Pikachu and see exactly what Saba saw. And it turns out that Saba just looked up like a 3D model under like light.
Look at
So
what
it was
that's what it
shiny.
looks like.
Look at what shiny Raichu look on the right, like a Lowland Raichu looks like. This is actually quite
It's
nice.
pink, right?
Nope.
Oh, that's like not bad.
Oh, hey. Look at that. It
quite
even looks like it's
cute.
surfing.
Well, yeah, shiny Raichu's whole deal is that it's surfing. It's a psychic, and it's surfing on its own tail.
It's an electric psychic, and it levitates its tail to surf.
Wait
and
a
it's
second.
like,
It's
oh, that's so
electric
cute.
and it's surfing.
It's electric
Seems like a bad-
psychic. So it
But
flows.
electric.
It's actually a reference to one of the oldest like promotional Pokemon cards, which was surfing.
Like.
It was Surfing Pikachu. And Surfing Pikachu was like a promotional Pokemon trading card that was because you didn't have dual types back in the game at that point, and it was a Pikachu that I think was water type because it was a surfer, and it was really neat.
I like shiny Raichu's like little ear things. It's so cute. It reminds me of like a fairy stuff.
Yeah, sure.
Speaking of Pokemon trading cards, I was talking to one of my friends like sometime last week, and he was just cleaning out his room, and he found... Wait, file too big? I can't share it? Oh, God!
It's too powerful!
So much for my dramatic entrance. Hold on, let me grab it again.
We are now entering a cave. An ice cave.
It's an entrance to a second dungeon, the Crevasse Cave.
Crevasse?
Alright, luckily we have access to everything here, so... Store... Oh god, I can't get to it. Alright, that. I only need 2. Somnioscope, gummies.
Fine, I'll just snip it.
This is must be quite powerful what you're trying to do right now, Lawrence.
I guess.
Evidently.
So I got no knowledge about Pokemon trading cards. What do you think about this?
So that is one of the promotional Mew cards that they did for the first Pokemon movie that came out. Because Mew is obviously supposed to be like a super ancient Pokemon and stuff like that. It certainly looks really cool because it's like by default holographic and stuff like that. I don't actually know if they're worth a lot, unfortunately. Let me double check that. Oh, Lawrence.
Well, let me show you myself.
Lawrence, can I ask you a question real quick while you do that? Do you have the stream open in the background?
I do.
Oh, you do. Thank you very much. And by stream, I mean on Twitch, not Discord.
Oh yeah, on Twitch. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Dude, $500? That's a lot.
$500? Like, oh my god.
But that's mint condition. So I wonder what condition. But still, that's a cool like nostalgic find.
Yeah.
Like
even if it's not mint condition, I also saw this. This one was on Amazon. $30.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. And now I'm just thinking, how the fuck are these cards so expensive?
Collectors.
Do they not make these anymore?
No, definitely not. No.
So they were only just for the promotional thing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's why it's worth quite a bit.
All right, we got
Still, when he showed me that, I had no clue about how much it cost. That's why I had to do like some research on it.
Mm-hmm.
He's just gonna sell it.
As
soon as I showed him these prices.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, he's selling it.
Yeah. Just wait, buddy. No, actually, but if he waits, though, he could make 2 times as much money.
Right, but he's already waited 30 years?
Yeah, he's waited 30 years, and the card was sitting somewhere.
Yeah,
no. What was the
like
Pokemon anniversary? I think the most recent Pokemon anniversary was 25.
Right?
Yeah, so never mind. So 20 years, not 30. But yeah. That's still really neat though. I actually have a story very similar to that. I talked about him before, but my uncle Ron, he wasn't exactly like the biggest. Goodbye, Azurill. He wasn't exactly the biggest like Halo fan ever, but he was he would play it with like his father and stuff like that, which his father's like an old fart, so it was like really special that he found something that he could play with his dad. So anyway, so there we go. He went to the midnight release of Halo 3. And for those of you who aren't aware, Halo 3 had this special thing where if you, as like the midnight release bonus pre-order thing, you got a Master Chief helmet that was like a case.
Yo.
Right? So it was like this big, gaudy, awful looking thing, but turns out, fast forward by however many years later, it's super valuable in the sense that if it's perfect condition, like you never actually took it out of the box, it could sell for like $2,000 or $3,000.
Oh my god.
So when Uncle Ron passed, he left it to me because he knew I was really into video games. And obviously I have no love for Halo, so I didn't really understand at the time. But anyway, so we're then moving to North Carolina, and Mom asks me, what do you want to do with it? And I was like, well, we could keep it in memory of Uncle Ron, or we could just sell it like everything else that I don't really need anymore. So I was like, okay, well, let's do that. Mom didn't actually look. Wait, what does this do? Info? Very nostalgic feel. And user sobs switches to enduring status. Oh, okay, that's weird. Long story short, Mom didn't do a lot of research. She just put it up on like Facebook Marketplace and was like, first offer will be accepted. And they sold it for like $30 or whatever, which Mom thought was like really high. She thought like, oh, we must have got a really great price. I looked it up on Amazon like the next day, and admittedly, this is my fault. I looked it up on Amazon the next day after she told me this, and I was like, Mom, you realize that like just you could have got like $200 for it?
Oh my god. Like
that's the average asking price for just like, you know, non-mint condition versions of this helmet. And I told her that, and she was like, well, how was I supposed to know? And I was like, I'm not mad, because I also didn't know. You know, but it was just weird. It was just very like, it was strange to me. Oh my fucking god! I hate these fucking traps. Anyway, I thought it was strange, right? Because she put up the helmet, and then like less than a day later, like within 24 hours, she had already had a buyer, and I was like, that never happens, especially on Facebook Marketplace. So there must be something here that we didn't know about, and I was right.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Worth a lot more.
So thank goodness you decided to look up this shiny-ass Pokemon card.
Otherwise, you would have sold it for like $2, or just threw it away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Glaceon.
It makes me wonder, like, if I have things in my room that I think is worthless, but actually sells for a lot, which, looking quickly around...
Your guitar.
No!
It's true.
It's true though. It would sell for a lot.
It's not even a good random guitar.
Yeah, but you could easily sell it to somebody who doesn't know that.
I mean, I guess.
There's actually a really interesting phenomenon within collector circles that people talk about every once in a while, which is as everybody is familiar, like in the 80s and 90s, commercial kids toys became like super popular and stuff. Like you can go on YouTube and just search up Billiam, and you can just like watch like 20% of his videos, and you're like, oh yeah, these are all toys that came out in the 90s that people will very much have fond memories for. So essentially, like the phenomenon is that there's going to be a period of time relatively soon where a bunch of people are just going to start selling their old toys, and the prices of those toys are going to skyrocket because people are crazy and will pay through the nose for nostalgia.
I want to go look for my old, because someone was like, you know, messing around. I like managed to like, or they're like, you can have like whatever, and I like took some Pokemon cards, and I was like, you know, I don't even remember that because I didn't actually play Pokemon. I just liked the way the cards looked, so I was like, yeah, sure, I'll like take some.
Because I mean, like for Pokemon cards, under almost all circumstances, if it's not holographic, it's gonna be worth like maybe a cent, if that. But then some holographic cards, it'll be like the weird ones that you never really even think of, that are like, oh my god. Those are like, how is this random like shiny Magnemite worth so much money? You know?
Here they are. I mean, they're probably not
oh
worth
my god,
anything,
Lawrence,
like
please move.
No.
Though this is a shiny Articuno.
Is it
But that's
shiny
more like the
or
card.
it's holographic? Okay.
I can't tell what the difference is. By
It's
this one.
literally shiny.
If the card itself is literally shiny, that means it's holographic. Yes.
Okay. Yes, then yes. Your answer would be yes.
Holographic is just a way of printing cards that makes it so that way it's like shiny and metallic.
Gonna be a shiny.
I
assume
am
the answer would be yes.
about to. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they did that in the card game where they released like a set where everything was shinies. I'm not exactly sure because I know that in the card game they do. For example, oh my god, goodbye slacking. I know in the card game, for example, they have stuff where, like, this was a relatively recent thing, but they had a thing where it was Team Rocket versions of Pokemon. And so it was like, you know, Weezing, which is like a classic Team Rocket Pokemon, is normally poison type. But nah, Team Rocket's Weezing was dark type. Bum, bum, bum. It's like, oh.
Because they're evil, you know?
Because they're evil, and dark is evil, evidently, according to the Japanese.
Man, I do have a lot of the Pokemon I like in these cards. I guess that's because he's like, take whatever you want. I'm like, I'll take all my favorite Pokemans.
Are my favorite Pokemans.
So I got a bunch of Eevees and Pikachus, and I got some Chanseys and Bunearys and Mareep. I got the classic Pikachu with its fat form.
Fat
Chub
Pikachu.
All right,
Depending on whether or not it's the reprint of Fat Pikachu, that one might be worth a pretty penny.
I have like
Fat
what looks like an older
Pikachu.
version of Eevee as well.
Saba,
This card's gray.
on the Fat Pikachu, if you look at the card, in the very bottom left-hand corner of like the card itself, you should see like a little symbol. If the little symbol is literally just a black dot, that means that it should theoretically be from the first printing. If it's a black dot with a little plus sign in it, I believe that is a reprint.
Oh, it's just the black dot. Actually, a
Is
bunch
this
of these
Fat
are just
Pikachu
like
or is this
No,
Fat
you can
Pikachu?
see. God damn it, Lawrence.
Let me see.
No, because that's not original Fat Pikachu. I don't think original Fat Pikachu is just like standing there. Like
He's
you
in,
can see
like, a
it's
little
It is
forest.
standing there ominously.
It's in a little I can show you.
Well, Saba, you should look at Discord if you're not already looking at Discord.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
I'm
the
literally looking
the
at
art
Discord.
for
No, it
Fat
does- it
Pikachu
does not
gets
look
more
like that.
horrifying the deeper I go.
Fat Pikachu.
Let me just look up the Pikachu Pokemon card.
Not
Image.
Pikachu.
God damn it, Lawrence. What are you
Oh,
doing?
It looks
Getting
like
terrifying.
it. Oh, go back! How dare you? It looks like this, I think. This is the one that I have.
Yes. So that
Oh,
should.
hey.
So if it has a black dot in the bottom right-hand corner, that might be first printing, and that might be worth like $6 or $7.
The black dot like we see in this example over here.
Yeah.
I also, what are the star ones?
Star is in like its bottom right-hand corner.
Yeah.
That's special reprinting, I believe.
Dang, these are so interesting. And then this one has a diamond on it.
Actually, Saba, do you want to know what a comparison that you would probably understand? Think of Hearthstone. You know how on Hearthstone cards, depending on what set the cards come out in, there'll be like an inlay image on the like text of the card.
I guess yes. Yeah.
That's exactly what those symbols you're asking about are. It's literally just whatever the set is. They just have like a symbol for it. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Actually, Star might be set 2 now I think about it. Or maybe it's
'Cause there's
set
ones that
3
are
because
diamonds.
I believe the first 3 sets were circle,
This-
square, star, I think.
This Skitty doesn't even have a symbol. It's literally just Latios.
What, in the bottom right-hand corner?
The bottom right-hand corner. Yeah, it's just Latios.
Yeah, that's the symbol for the set. That would be during the advanced generation. Which would be
Dang,
like
your
after
knowledge.
Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire came out. Well, because I have those cards. I stopped collecting after Platinum came out because I stopped caring, but I did collect Pokemon cards pretty religiously
I'm gonna
for a
see
while.
how many total I have in my hand here.
6.
Hmm.
I have 6 Pokemon's cards.
There are many Pokemons.
I have a question, by the way. Did Adrian say he wasn't gonna be on stream today?
I don't know. Let's see.
I am full expecting in about an hour for him to like show up and be like, "Oh, sorry, I forgot."
Maybe. But not.
Full expecting him to forget about the stream that we've been doing almost every weekend for over a year.
I think I have 42 or 43 cards here.
Sell them all.
Sell them all.
Money.
I have just a giant
Dude, just fucking kill him! What's wrong with you? Jesus fucking Christ!
Dude, but if that was that Delibird?
No, it was not. It was
No?
Zangoose.
Oh, I was like, but that's Santa.
Goose. But that's Santa.
Dude, just die.
What's the most expensive Pokemon card?
Charizard? Shiny
Probably
Charizard?
the holographic Charizard that everyone is familiar with. Yeah. Not even because it's rare anymore. Like people found warehouses full of it, but just because it's really famous, you know.
Is this the same card that I saw with that one video of a dude opening or like seeing the card for the first time and then like shaking because of nervousness?
Perhaps.
It's so expensive.
I mean, if you look up holographic Charizard.
Except his arm, both arms are out.
Let me see.
Oh, it looks
Oh,
small. No, it does not
kinda
look like
fake.
that. I just
Charizard.
have some arbitrary stuff. I got a Pokemon Christmas sticker from 2007.
There you
Man, I
go.
love Pokemon. I love the Pokemons.
$55,000. Good lord.
See, I never played Pokemon when I was younger. I never had that experience.
Jesus Christ, 1999 first edition Shadowless holographic Charizard number 4 was $220,000.
Yeah.
Good
I
lord.
believe it.
Oh my god.
Zach believes it.
You could pay for college with a single card.
You said 220,000. You could put a down payment on a house with a single card. So Lawrence, do me another favor. Look up another Pokemon card. Straight up, just look up fat gay Pikachu. I'm not joking.
No.
Do it.
$200?
Yeah. So
gotta post a picture of that.
post a picture of it so Sabin knows what I'm talking about.
Alright, hold on. I found a Reddit article on that. Alright.
Okay, I gotta wait for it.
Here-
Okay.
Yeah, this is a glorious card. I hope it's the same card though.
It should be.
Should be. There should only be one.
All right. We're actually gonna have to do voice acting here in a second, but we'll wait for Lawrence to post the image. Yep, so that's Fat Gay Pikachu. So that
Just because it's a rainbow, okay.
So that is Gigantamax Pikachu from, like, I think it was the Pokemon card set that came out like 2 or 3 card sets ago. And that's the holographic version where the idea was that all of the Gigantamax Pokemon that had holographic versions had like a different color scheme associated with them. So for Gigantamax Pikachu, they just made him like rainbow colored. And so this card is not good. It's not good for the game. It's not even like that rare. But it obviously became a meme within the community because of its association with being both fat and gay. And so there's this hilarious video. I'll have to send it to you. But there's this hilarious video of because there are people online that do like Pokemon trading card opening videos, right? And so this guy was live streaming, and somebody in chat was like, "Yo, I'll donate $20 right now if you fold that card pack before opening it."
Oh no!
And so he was like, donate,
Not
so he was like, donate, and I will. And so the guy donated, and he was like, okay. And he folds the card pack, unfolds it, and opens it up. And the thing is that the most valuable Pokemon card's always at the back. So you look at the first like 4 cards, and they were all garbage. And he turns to the 5th card. Fat gay Pikachu! No! He like screams because apparently like up to that point on stream he had opened like $120 worth of Pokemon cards, and with that single mint condition fat gay Pikachu he could have made all of his money back plus more. And it's like, oh, that's so sad.
The things you do for $20.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he had opened up $120 worth of Pokemon cards, right? So that's
I guess.
That's what, $3 per pack? So what would that number be? That'd be like 40 packs he had opened with like 0 value in any of them, essentially. He would have to like sell all of it in bulk. All right.
Oh my god, still.
You ready to do some voice acting?
Are we ready, kids?
All right, Saba, this one's probably going to be you, and then I can take Scizor if you want, or we can give it to Lawrence.
Just Teehee.
So Teehee would be Saba, and then Scizor, when we eventually get him out, we'll give it to Lawrence. And Lawrence, Scizor's voice is supposed to be like the kind of like Alphonse from Owlboy.
So Regal
and kind of like gung-ho, like tally-ho, let's go, chap, like that kind of thing.
I'll give it a shot.
Yep. All right. Saba, on your mark.
Hey, Teehee. I don't know who's saying this.
So you're gonna want to do it like more like wispy and like a ghost.
Visitors, what a rare sight. Oh. Teehee, welcome. I'm Frostlass. I play host to the infrequent visitors to this frozen hinterland. It must have been awfully exhausting for you to fight those blizzards. Please do come closer. You must be chilled almost down to the bone. So let me freeze you solid, all the way down to the bone.
And there you go. Now we're in a boss fight suddenly.
Where did Iceman McGee go?
Shut up.
Iceman McGee!
Shut up. We don't talk about him.
This Pokemon shall never be named.
Eat this. All right. Now she doesn't know what any of us look like. Oh no. You know what?
Kill her.
Set, and then we're just gonna spam agility again like usual.
Spam it.
Spam it!
Who confused her? I don't even know. All right, we're at quadruple speed. We are at speeds hereto unknown. Boom.
She just dies in the next
Boom.
I'm just like, wow, I spent all that time doing that.
Boom.
Yeah, that was pretty quick.
Hey, we do these strats for this reason. All right.
I eked away.
Oh man, I'm not ready for the voice. Arr. Where? Oh yes, I recall now. I have been exploring when I was set upon these beastly Frostlass. Oh, you're rescuing me, I presume. Forgive me for my lapse in etiquette. My name is Scizor.
Scizor.
I don't know what this accent is.
Scizor.
I don't know what this accent is, but it's something, so I'm gonna let Lawrence keep going.
Oh yeah, like we're starting to get what I
Listen,
think of like Jamaican as
I
a little bit. It may
Like
not
Lawrence
even
is
be
doing
correct,
a little
but
bit of
that's
like a
what I've heard.
tongue trill like in every sentence.
yeah.
Oh.
Because like while you're doing the boss fight, I muted myself. I'm like,
And you were practicing?
okay. I was practicing like, oh man, I'm not gonna make it. I am an explorer.
All right. And we just take him back with us.
I'm sincerely grateful for your coming to my rescue.
Oh my god, that was just turning Scottish or Irish. What's happening?
Don't mind me.
He's
Come
so
along.
worldly, dude.
I very well could have remained encased in ice forever. It is getting weird, this accent. However, little did I expect to see the decades have passed since my icebound predicament.
So yeah, interesting note about Scizor. Not only is he an explorer, he's one of like the founding explorers of like the Explorers Guild like system. And yeah, he's been frozen for decades.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Hello,
Oh,
Grant.
hey.
Welcome to stream.
Who is this?
Hello, who is this?
You sounded muffled for some reason.
I do.
Now you're not.
he?
Okay, you're fine now.
Oh,
Oh, Grant, you just came in for my shitty accent.
Excuse you,
Whatever-
it's not
whatever this
shitty,
accent
it's
is.
wonderful.
It's
Whatever this is I'm listening to.
let's go,
Let's
Lawrence.
go.
Let's
Why,
go.
it is as if I traveled to an entirely different world. Incidentally, I would like to somehow repay you for saving my life. However, I find myself alone in an alien world, and without a single Pokey to my name. I have but no idea how I could possibly repay you.
Oh, don't worry.
Is he Greek?
You've already thanked us enough.
I gotta
So
say
the
yes to
instruction that I gave Lawrence was that he was supposed to be like Alphonse from Owlboy, where he's supposed to be like a posh explorer type.
Oh,
like
very
that's
like.
like tally
and
ho!
then-
Oh, hello, good chap. We're all here
Yeah, and
having a
then-
great time. And then so Lawrence tried to do it, and then like almost
'cause, like, you were doing-
immediately he starts trilling his tongue, and we're like, sure, go with it.
Yeah, like,
Let's
because you were doing the boss
go.
fight, and I muted myself to give me some time to prepare. But you finished the boss fight like real fast. I'm like, oh shit, kill my
I finished it
tongue.
at
got it.
4x speed almost.
Oh my. Oop.
However. Ah, yes, that may do. Tell me, you did say you were an exploration team, yes?
Yep.
Yeah, very well. You see, though, you may find it unlikely, but I was once upon a time an explorer of some repute. Well, I'll have you know, I am an honorary member of the Pokemon Exploration Team Federation.
Are they still around? Are they?
They were banned.
So they
Oh.
are
They
kind
were outlawed.
So they are kind of still around, but they're no longer called that. Like that's how like this is straight up like Captain America coming back after 70 years and being like, "Ah, yes, I too know blah blah blah." And it's like, "What?"
Time to finish World War II. It's like,
How to fight the Nazis. It's like, oh, how progressive of you.
Oh, by the way, Grant, did you see that they apparently like a few like small documents released for the Marvel's What If series on Disney Plus, and one of the What If episodes is what if Captain America woke up in a world where the Nazis won?
Oh.
And
So
I'm like,
Wolfenstein.
dude, that's pretty freaking
Wolfenstein,
sick.
yeah.
That's just Wolfenstein.
It's Wolfenstein. I gotta play Wolfenstein. It looks really fun.
It's pretty gung ho and I like it.
Yeah,
Correct.
you get to kill Nazis.
Yeah.
How fun is that?
An honorary member such as myself has the right to give special status to exemplary exploration
No, he's
teams.
definitely Scottish.
Yeah,
It's-
I know. I don't know what's
Let's
happening.
keep it. Love where we're going.
He's traveled a lot of places, man.
That's what
I
He's
said.
fucked up a lot.
You fit the bill. Your plucky courage during my rescue proved that you are more than exemplary. I feel like I'm slowly
Now
becoming
he's
racist.
Sean Connery. Your plucky courage. It's like-
Your plucky
Oh,
courage.
For my rescue.
So I confer upon you the secret rank.
Pardon? Again? Secret rank?
Secret rank, yes. An exploration team with the rank that is eligible to take special missions. Special missions are a highly confidential job that comes straight from the Exploration Team Federation itself.
You know, I never acknowledged that face I just made, the Eevee just made like 5 seconds ago.
I mean,
Like
or-
what?
Like just like shrug back into oneself.
I like that.
Understand?
Yeah.
Confidential.
You may not know now, but it will become clear in the future, in due time.
What?
Where do I get future from?
The future.
I'll
I mean, hey,
make
that's
a
what
note
works.
of your new rank of your explorer.
Yeah, so
Done.
this motherfucker, straight up, they explain this canonically. He just walks up to your explorer's badge and using his fucking sharp ass claw, just like scratches the letter S onto the back of it.
You have been branded.
Post-it note.
I thought he just like he did like what the queen does, and she just like taps the shoulder, and be like, "No, you're
like
good now."
dab, yeah. Taps you.
Nah, it's the least I could
Dabs.
do.
Dabs on
I'll
you.
never forget
Queen
your
dabs.
valor and kindness in coming to my rescue. I must be on my way. Farewell! Now, time to kick this Nazi ass.
Scizor is fucking what's his face? What's his name from Wolfenstein? He has a name, right?
He has a name.
Blazkowicz?
BJ
Blazkowicz.
Blazkowicz. Yeah,
Yeah.
Blazkowicz.
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 All right. So I believe this triggers the sequence of events that we're gonna need to do in order to get to the ending.
Where we
And I
reach God
believe.
mode.
Sorry.
Oh,
Where we reach God mode.
Right, because I says to them that the last thing we're probably gonna do. Yeah, look, see, we got a little star.
Super rank.
Um,
nice.
the last thing we're probably gonna do in this playthrough is level up Obo and Dawn. So like we'll finally have like our full team of like badass
Finally.
Pokemon, and then we're immediately gonna like stop playing.
Never play this game again.
Yeah. It's kind of sad to think about, obviously, but yeah. Alright, Doomseed.
Doomsday.
Doomseed. Alright. So now I believe that we have to do some actual, like, regular mission grinding in order to get special missions to trigger. And we have to do, I think it's 3 special missions, I believe, which is not going to be super fun because it's going to take a hot minute. So
Is this the one we're tackling this weekend, though?
yes, so well, theoretically by the end of stream tomorrow we should be done with the whole thing.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Because otherwise there's gonna be a weird pause in between. I think it would be a lot more poetic if we just finished it. Oh shit, if I could break out of these Ursa Ring. Hello. Okay,
Where's
great.
Adrian at?
I have no idea. He didn't send any messages or anything like that. So my presumption is that he just like forgot we had stream or something. Because I hope it's nothing more serious than that.
This is actually gonna be.
Oh,
My audio cut out. I didn't hear anything. Also, he's muted.
headphones are dying.
All right,
Oh,
well,
no.
we'll have to give Grant a minute. All right, so it's going to be a hot minute of us trying to do this. So, Tree Shroud Forest is a sealed
AAA
chamber.
batteries, huh?
Let me refill my water real quick.
Okay. Tree Shroud and 2 Midnight Forests even. Dude, that's sick. All right, delete. Yes. And we got 3 Tree Shrouds. What's these? When did I take these?
You saved my friend.
Nope. Goodbye. So
And dead.
Mystifying
You're dead.
Forest and Midnight Forest are not the same thing. I probably could have told you that, but I forgot because they were both forests that began with M. All right. So which one should we do first? Let's do Tree Shroud. Ooh. No. There we go. Let's do Tree Shroud Forest first. And let me go back to the thing and grab a key.
Right.
All right, so since someone post a banter idea?
I did.
Okay. Do you want to talk about that now? Because I was just about to say this would probably be a good time for banter, so I can focus on just getting through these missions fast.
Okay.
Somebody say banter.
So this
Banter
is, I was scrolling through
stream.
Instagram like normal, and I came across, obviously, you know, the whole cat girl, cat whatever ears thing, right?
What? What is happening?
Hold
Hold on! You're not. I have to finish my question. So,
Okay.
what is your guys' opinion on like the idea that like there's like the cat ears, but also human ears as well?
I was literally just about to say,
Oh.
if you don't have that, it feels weird. Like, can you think of any cat girls who don't have the long hair so that way they can like cover their
cover the
ears, right?
Yeah. See, for me, like in my mind, I also like I would just think just have the cat ears. Why have the regular ears? But I guess like the way they like put the cat ears on, because I'm not sure if it like I'm speaking of like fantasy and like anatomy right now, but would it actually be placed in the position like they put like cat ears on like the drawings and stuff? Because I'm not sure, like maybe it would actually be like shifted downwards, so it'd be like in between that position. And
I
where,
can
like, our
tell
ears
you
would
that
be.
it definitely would not be sticking straight out to the sides. So I don't know, maybe it would be somewhere in between. That's not necessarily a bad assumption.
I feel like
Yeah,
it's like-
I don't know.
yeah.
I just saw
Don't
the
give a-
image and I was like, cat people.
Wait, did you put up the image?
No. It was just I was scrolling through, and actually, ironically, it was what's his face from like the main character from Genshin Impact, Lawrence. Someone had
Yeah.
just did an edit of him with cat ears.
That's like all the characters. People are crazy there.
No, it's just the main character.
Oh,
The-
sure,
The
okay.
guy.
Grant,
Yeah.
Grant,
I
you
was saying,
can't just
everyone do
nonchalantly
cat ears
post
on all the
Blake art.
characters.
That's like rule number
It's
3 in chat is you can't just post
It's
Blake
not
art.
It's not fan art.
I'm sorry,
Can't
that
just
doesn't
show-
count
can't
as
just
art.
Post the image.
Wait, no! Now you're both just gonna be
Hold on.
great. Now it's so much Blake. What's her
But
name
yeah,
again?
I
Isn't it like something stupid like Blake Belladonna?
Yeah, that actually is.
Anywho, the ending of this topic is I don't particularly feel like I like the cat ears with the ears, like the human ears, because I'm like, it's just arbitrarily like, I don't understand. Are these cat ears supposed to be functioning? Because that's crazy.
Well, let's take this example of this character that we have. Oh
Grant. All right, I'll show that to stream because that's funny. Just cat with human ears. One of my favorite reoccurring bits from the what you calls it, the Drawfee channel when they do videos is all 4 like main people who do the drawings disagreeing on how cat people, like not even just cat girls, but like cat boys too, I guess.
Anyone with cats.
Anybody with cat ears, like how it functions anatomically once you have to start doing skull shape and stuff like that. Because like
That's
one of their
basically what we're discussing right now.
no, I know, but like what I mean to say is that it's really funny whenever they have to draw it because like one of them always draws the ears as if they're like part of the skull and not just cartilage like ears normally are. And I just think of that, I'm like, dude, that'd be horrifying if you just
What if
had
ears have bones?
well, because like your ears do kind of have bones, but they just kind of rattle around inside. But yeah, like if your ear was like part of your skull, that's just awful.
That's terrifying.
Skull ear.
Yeah, but what
Skull
were you
ear,
saying,
skull
Lawrence?
ear.
Let's take an example on this. What, Blake Belladonna? Is
Yeah.
that the name?
Yeah.
Is
She
this
wore
it
a
an actual
bow.
cat girl or is this like a fake?
Yeah.
Cat
No,
ear thing.
she's from Ruby.
She tried to
an
hide the
actual
fact
cat
that she
girl.
was a cat person by wearing ribbons
Because-
that looked like
Oh,
cat
she
ears.
actually does have 4 ears.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
actually does.
Yeah, she does.
This
Wait.
is why I'm like, this doesn't make sense. If you're gonna make a cat person, get rid of the human ears. I don't get it. If
I
you're
don't.
supposed
I
to
mean,
be
I'm
functioning-
here to tell you, Saba, and I'm sure. You don't, oh my God, Jesus Christ.
It's a lot.
So Saba, I know you
Yeah.
probably don't need me to tell you this, but I am here to reaffirm to you that the primary reason why cat girls are so popular is not because they're anatomically correct.
I know. I
Like
know,
how
but
many
when
how
when
many
you start
cat
getting into,
cat
like-
girls do you see walking around in anime with 6 tits?
Oh my
Well,
God.
Well, duh. But at the same time, I'm like, it feels so arbitrary to have both of them because they're like, it's very obvious, and I'm like, but if you're a cat, what is the purpose of those ears then? I'm just
'Cause
confused.
To
Yeah.
hear, obviously.
Well, duh. You're
Four
gonna hear
times the
4
hearing.
times.
Or
Yeah.
Twice the hearing, I guess.
If you give me 2 more eyeballs, I will see 4 times better and 4 times further.
Because the thing is, Zach, I'm pretty sure the character would look just as cute without the human ears. And like,
Are you
the example
sure,
is
or
that
are
they
you
do
sure,
exist.
or are you certain that it wouldn't be like upsetting? Because you'd be like, that doesn't feel
Hold
right.
on.
God damn it, Cherim, stop.
Let me see if I can find something.
Listen, if you have 4 ears, you have a full 360 hearing radius.
You
Like
have them
one,
in front
one on
and
your
back.
one on your forehead, one on the back of your head.
Oh, like this one's quite interesting. I don't know actually how to feel about this.
Wait,
Yeah,
hold up.
that's
I
weird.
wanna springboard real quick off of Lawrence's thing. What if you had like 2 ears in the normal spot, one on your forehead, one on the back of your head, and then also an ear on the top of your head, like on the crown, and then one under your chin?
You hear the
God,
top and
that's-
bottom.
This is too much now. I'm
It's
gonna
not.
just post
It's
it.
more. It's more than 360 degrees. Yeah, see, that's
Oh,
upsetting.
Stop, I don't like that.
Right? That's upsetting, isn't
Oh.
it?
But is it because also maybe the ears are placed incorrectly? You know, maybe it would have to be a little bit further down for it to be correct.
Thank you, Grant, for posting my emotions.
Oh. But like, I'm not 100% adverse to, because I'm like, it makes sense though. If you were to have a cat person, it would
I'm
kind
gonna
of
say
look like
it
that.
feels uncomfortable to us because we're humans and we know where ears should be. So the fact that there's no ear there, it just feels funky. But
Which is weird to think about,
feels
right? Because
right.
this is like this also kind of ties into like my why the fuck is Garrus hot conversation from a long while ago, where it's like, how is it possible that you can draw a like hot alien and like no matter how many like mouths or ears or whatever you give it, it's still like, oh yeah, that's hot. But then this, like, despite that by definition being like a cute anime girl, I'm still like, I wish he had human ears though. That's where I draw the line. You don't have the right ears.
Someone
You don't have
literally
the
made a
right
YouTube
ears.
video about this.
really,
Dang, I should look at this.
About
it's
the
like
right
it's like
ears?
fucking Rasputin
No,
himself did it.
about how many ears cat
Rasputin
girls have.
video. These are the
Like
type
the
of video.
hidden
These
ones.
are the type of video essays I should be doing. I should take the level
It
of
is
like
3 minutes.
cinema.
I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna mute my.
Okay.
I should take
gone.
like the CinemaSins level of incredulity and just do video essays on like stupid ass topics.
Yeah.
That could be the big break that I've always wanted on YouTube.
Yeah.
Listen, why did cat girls have cat ears?
Why did no? It's not
Why-
even, no, listen. It's not even why did I have them. It's why they have them where they have them.
Why do cat girls exist?
Why
Like,
do cat girls?
all right.
Why?
Exhibit A. Exhibit A. Arthur. And it's just the old
Arthur.
cartoon where the ears will be on the top of their head with no other ears, but yet they still draw the headphones as if it's on like the normal position.
Now, how weird is that?
No,
Nah,
how weird.
what the hell is
And then you
this?
look into the camera.
Yeah.
Implying I would do this on a webcam. I would fight webcamming for as long as I possibly could. Wait a minute, should I be
Just have
double? I should
your
double check.
virtual character look at the camera.
Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
be a VTuber.
17, 19, 20. 17, 19, 20.
VTuber cat girl.
Oh! I need to have like a regular VTuber first, and then for that video, they just put on cat ears, and it's like, all right, now I'm ready.
Yeah. Now explain to me why I have these
Explain
ears.
to me why these ears are where they are. Is it because this is where they are on a cat's body? Because that's not where they would be on a human body.
Rip them off.
But if you put it on a human's body, the ears are just pointing side to side, which is very weird.
They hear so well on the sides.
Where is the acceptable middle ground
Okay.
of human to cat ears?
Okay.
Yeah, show us the
Here
ratio.
is
Let's do the math.
Here is exactly the point where he answers this question.
What's the answer?
I'm about to say,
Just
I'm not
watch
watching and
and
I'm
find out.
streaming.
Obviously.
But what if we want to know now?
Just press play, and I already saved
Why don't you
from where
just
the
tell
time
us,
it is.
Saba?
No!
Jesus.
You watch it! I'm doing more research!
Oh, you link to a specific part. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you. Okay, hold on. Give me a sec.
Man, it is difficult because I know some of them exist where it's like they just have like 2 ears, but maybe like you were saying, Zach, it's mostly them just covering the rest of like.
With hair,
Like the
right?
part
So
of-
that way
yeah,
you
with
don't
hair.
have to ask the question.
So
yeah,
you
if you
can't
cover the
actually
human
tell.
ears, if you
Human
cover
ears.
the human ears with hair, this problem wouldn't be a thing.
Human ears
I think
is
this
my
guy needs
favorite.
to back up from the mic.
I never said his
Yeah.
audio quality was good.
Human ears is my favorite, like,
As
fantasy.
you can see from the word cat comes before the girl. Therefore, cat girls must have 2 ears.
It makes logical sense.
Makes logical. I mean, even from a visual
I hate
sense,
this.
that makes sense. We didn't need to do like a breakdown of the word.
Girl.
But I guess it helps.
Oh, we're starting to. Okay, I'm seeing some like discussions of graphs and stuff like that. Let me.
Graph?
What the
Graph.
fuck are
May
you
not be
talking
graphs, but,
about?
like-
Is someone calculating the cat to human ratio?
Saba's got like pie
Hold
charts
on.
and shit.
Saba's gonna inadvertently
Oh, this is. See, okay. Shush. I'm posting.
She's posting.
Okay.
She's posting NSFW on air. Oh my god.
See, exactly.
Oh
This is what I was
my
gonna say.
God.
She is inadvertently going to stumble upon essentially just the version of the "is it too furry" chart.
Well, look. So like, I
sick
feel
fuck.
like the third one, because the bottom one's like a harpy person thing or whatever, but like the third one, I think is what's supposed to be more like anatomically correct if they only had ears.
I've seen that in anime before.
Sure.
Yeah,
I
so
wanna say
like
some
the
anime
I
do
just
that.
couldn't find pictures of it, but like this is what it would be like that it's like kind of correct. 'Cause
Outlaw
obviously,
spotted.
like,
It would be correct for a human.
Outlaw anime.
yeah, that's
Outlaw
like-
anime spotted.
Anyway, I don't like actually feel like the picture I sent like originally is actually that weird to me, but it's okay. I get it. We're humans.
One where
Cat
she's
girls-
lifting her hair?
Yeah.
That it is
Oh, that's
extreme.
pretty-
It is extremely unsettling.
Pretty weird.
But I
Like-
mean,
like I-
cat
like I
girls
said, it's
already are not
unsettling.
like natural, you know. So
Yeah, but
It's
they're
like-
hot.
That's you!
this is you.
I'm about to say, why would you
Anywho,
just body shame Grant like that?
This topic, I kind of want to see more of like the third row cat girls, you know, where they have like those
Where it
kinds
kind
of
of like
ears. I
brings
think that
down
would
a
be
little
cool.
bit.
Yeah.
Actually,
Cat
Lawrence,
Girls is
Lawrence,
the
look up
band that I started.
Lawrence, look up the cat girl from Dungeon Meshi and see where she falls on that category. Because I know
Alright.
she,
Like, I
I know she has
genuinely
human
can't-
ears because she's like cursed, but I think she might be category 3.
I
but with human
genuinely
ears as
can't
well.
like find a lot of images where like the ears look like the third row because they mostly, like we said, look like the first row except the hair covers their ears.
Wow.
I put category. Listen.
Category.
Listen, I'm fucking streaming. All right, you can't criticize me for misspelling. It's illegal. You can't do it.
Category.
All right, I got all versions.
Well, her hair is just covering.
Yeah, never mind. She
Yeah,
is
it does
definitely.
cover it.
Well, no, because you look at it, it is kind of like separated out to the side. Maybe not.
Like the human one, it looks like that's category 3 cat girl.
But with hair.
But with hair. But then, like the last one, all the way to the right, that's
Like on this
category
chart that you
2.
sent, Saba, why didn't they draw all of them if they had hair? Why did like why did they decide
just
to
for
make
people-
most of them bald?
Just to show you what it would look like, probably once again more anatomically.
Maybe, but
on
like
the
category
anatomies.
2 and 3 are, they would
Well, they-
be very
they're
hard to
basically-
distinguish. between,
Yeah.
They're basically
hair.
explaining like why like they had to shift down. But well, that's the point, right? Like with the hair, maybe it might not like have looked any different, but to me, like this makes more sense. But it would shift down a little bit how the ears looked and worked, I guess. But
I mean, I guess.
I think it'd be really fun to see Saba in like the French versus English war that happened, like the War of the Roses or whatever. That's not the War of the Roses. I'm stupid. But anyway, I would like to see Saba in that battle, just to see what kind of hills she's willing to die on.
by the way, I'm not gonna go for it. But by the way, Lawrence, this person even stated like for
Are
characters
you
who would
fucking
have
sandbagging
half-shaved
my excellent
heads
joke
or-
that I didn't flub up at all?
I
Are
have
you
no
shitting me?
opinion on that stuff.
This
Sure.
is really funny, Zach.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
But that's why they made it, I think, more bold, Lawrence. Because they were like, how would it look like for characters who are half-shaved and you have undercuts?
Bold.
Sure, I guess.
Bold.
Bold.
Archibald.
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 Next banter topic.
Did you like the cat ears banter
That's it.
topic?
The cat
Is it
ear, the
good?
cat ears banter topic is fascinating because it is something worth talking about. But like, I don't know. I like now I'm just because like cat gorals. am I Gru?
Cat gorals.
Goral?
Gorals. We will steal the moon with the cat gorals.
We will steal the moon. Oh my god, are you serious? The
Oh,
sealed
'cause
chamber
this
had a
is-
fucking
This
raspberry in
is
it.
more like horizontal cat ears, which I'm like, I don't know. But this doesn't feel that catty anymore.
If she was anything other than a
What the
teeny tiny
fuck?
child, that would be very upsetting.
I would say, with big guys like that, that's a.
It's
team
already a
fight.
little upsetting. I don't know.
Do you have to make specially made headphones just to fit in with
I
the
guess. Oh.
cat ear look?
Don't people need specially like made headphones now?
I mean,
Do they?
depends.
Oh,
I
never
don't know.
mind. I looked at. Sorry,
already
never mind. I
specially
looked at
made.
the picture closer because obviously I was like playing the game. No, Lawrence is definitely right. These are like turned
Okay.
90 degrees so that way they can fit onto her ears. Why wouldn't you just wear earbuds at that point, like that go inside?
Headphones
Well,
are cooler.
headphones are cool.
If you don't wear the headphones, you can't be the main character of a lo-fi whatever beats to study and watch anime too.
Yeah.
Anywho, okay,
Study
that's
cat
the
girls.
end of
Protagonist
that.
of Wolfeye.
That's called stalking, Grant. You can't do that.
No, it's reading. Then it's stalking.
I read about them and then I stalk them. That's
The most dangerous game.
That's
Cat
Facebook
girls.
stalking. The most dangerous game,
Oh,
cat
no.
girls. Dude, that's
Oh,
gruesome
no,
to think
not the
about.
most dangerous game. Please, no. No,
It's an
please.
interesting story.
Yeah, I know.
Is
Yeah.
is it a is it an interesting
Is it a dangerous
story?
game?
Is it a dangerous? I mean,
Is it a
I mean
dangerous
to be fair, is it really? Because in the story they just bring on a bunch of schlubs onto the island because they don't actually want any challenge. So it's actually not that
Most
dangerous.
dangerous.
It's not even about
It's
the
dangerous in
challenge. It's the
society.
thrill they get from seeing someone terrified and running for their life.
Right,
Just
but it's
killing
called the most
another
dangerous
human being.
game.
Because
The most
for the person who's being hunted, it is the most dangerous game.
Well, also, if society catches you, that's probably pretty dangerous.
Society?
If society, because you can't kill people, you can't hunt and kill people.
I
So
don't
you're,
know.
like,
Have you
breaking
ever
laws
tried
pretty
being a
dangerous.
police officer?
Oh
Zach.
my god.
Ooh, Zach.
Zach.
Sorry.
Zach.
Sorry.
Zach.
Zach.
Dude, sequel to the most dangerous game. They're all just like honorary police officers for a day.
Oh,
It's like the purge.
Okay,
This,
Zach.
this is not.
Where's
Stop
Adrian
it.
when I need him? God damn it.
But he's not here, so
This is a
shush.
funny joke. It's just Adrian's the only one
Speaking
brave
of-
enough to laugh at it.
Where is Adrian? Because I didn't hear.
We don't know.
We have no
okay.
idea.
Yeah, 'cause the audio cut off.
I
Yeah.
posit that I think that he just forgot that there was a stream today.
Zach.
Because unfortunately, I don't want to contemplate anything more serious.
Should I message him? Did anyone message him?
No.
Okay.
I mean, it's his prerogative to come or not, I guess. If you want to ping him, sure.
I'll ask him. I'll message him wherever he is. There he is.
Who's he? All right. Hopefully, we don't have to do too many more, like, just free roaming missions to get these missions to pop. Push comes to shove, if it really does take too long, I'll just start going into Beach Cave. And just because Beach Cave has like 3 floors.
Oh yeah.
Bullet
Alright.
books, shiny books.
Adrian says he can't make it.
Okay,
Ah,
cool. I'm glad.
thanks for letting us know, dude.
I'm about to say I'm glad to have that answer. Glad to have that answer. All right. Now, what's the next banter topic?
I'm not gonna put another one, but I don't know what I did.
Well, we should be fair and go to the top of the
Ah.
list.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
The
I
top
just-
is evil clone.
I just forgot. if I
Oh
actually
yes,
did or not.
so I did remember. I believe I actually asked it to Saba and Lawrence because it was.
Yeah, you presented
we
this
talked about this,
banter
yeah.
during the Sunday stream.
Yeah, but I think it's worth bringing up for Grant. So this is a rehash of the topic because I remembered what it was about essentially. In one of the episodes of Samurai Jack, he fights his evil clone, like it's evil Jack, obviously. But the difference, and it's really interesting, is that Jack can't really sustain like fatal injuries. Like he's not willing to like hurt himself in order to defeat his evil clone. But his evil clone doesn't give a shit. He'll like break his arm just to get out of like a chokehold sort of thing. So the question is, do you think you could win? Like, do you think you could defeat an evil clone of yourself that only cared about killing you?
I mean,
Are you gonna
wait,
take
did you guys
yourself
already
out?
answer?
We did.
I
'cause
would
we,
in an instant, but if he wants to do that, like, straight up, I'm like, I really want to do it, but, like, he might want it more.
What, to kill you?
I don't know. Yeah, I'd kill
Oh.
him.
I said in an ideal scenario, I would just, incapacitate myself and just have the government come take them away.
But then the problem is incapacitating your evil clone.
I'm about to say you kind of
Yeah, like,
you kind
you-
of just
you
have
can't-
this,
you
you
can't
kind of
finish
just
it. You
have the
can't-
same issue again.
Well, no, the government will never let her leave.
No, Saba,
Sure,
you're
no, the-
skipping the vital step of incapacitating your evil clone.
You have to incapacitate them
I already
first.
said that. Depending on where I am situated, I have a weapon I can reach for and knock her out.
So does she.
So does she, and she's more
It's okay,
violent than you
depending-
are.
And
Depending on...
if your plan
You
is
don't
to
know,
knock them out
if
with
I
like
get
a
the
bat
right
that you have right next to
You
you,
can't just yell
So
at your
they-
evil clone and make her surrender.
Saba pulls out the predator missile.
Oh my god.
Just get, I have
Saba
things
got
that
the
have
kill
more
streak.
reach. Anyway.
Do you have
I'm
more
not gonna
reach?
let
Wouldn't
myself-
both of you have exactly the same level of reach?
No, depending on the weapon, Zach. There's not duplicates of the weapon.
Right, but wouldn't-
how many weapons do you have in your room?
I'm about to say, like, wait a minute, what are you talking about?
I know one of
Is this
my
in
swords
your
is
room?
longer than the other.
Okay, where are your
right
swords?
one.
Where are your swords? Tell us so I can take notes.
Ah, hey,
Which
by the
one's
way,
longer?
we got a special mission.
Yay!
Get hype.
Anywho, just as long as I get her incapacitated, I'll have the government take her away. Then she'll be
As
alive.
long as they have a weapon near you.
And
Otherwise,
restrained.
it's game over, I guess. For you.
So my
true.
answer was that under almost all circumstances, I will fight my evil clone just as hard as.
Because you don't want to die.
Right, because I don't want to die. Right. But since my evil clone is just me, but evil, the evil clone will probably know to just like go after like my loved ones first. Right?
Is this like an instantaneous thing? Like they just pop out and like,
appear,
hey.
yeah.
Or is it like I've been planning this for years? I've trained for
so in my mind,
entire life.
So
and
in
it's
my
like,
mind,
oh,
it's
fuck.
the exact same thing as what happens in the Samurai Jack episode, where it just instantaneously like he's just there,
like wherever you're at, and then
like he
bam.
doesn't surprise you. You know that he's
Oh,
there,
okay.
but he's just going to pop up and be there.
See, there we go. See, if it's pop up, then I have an okay chance of the incapacitation.
What if she like pops up closer to the swords than you?
Once again, I have another option. It's okay.
An even longer sword.
A long
strap.
option.
She enters the stream strapped. Okay, she's got a weapon
like every day.
every minute.
I
every
know.
day.
Hit at at certain parts of the head. Have different effects. Right. One is dizzying. One makes you black out. I'll just aim for those.
Yeah,
Not the
but
same
you
part of the
realize
head,
who
but
else is
funny.
thinking. You realize who else is thinking that exact same thing, right?
Yes, but who knows if that's what she's thinking in that exact moment.
She's
that's
your
what you
clone.
think.
She could be just trying to strangle me to death. How am I supposed to know what my clone is thinking?
Because it's exactly
She's
what
the-
you're
she-
thinking.
No, but she's with the vendetta. I'm not the one coming in with the vendetta to try to kill me.
Right, but if you have a plan, your clone is gonna know what your plan is. Oh my
No, but it
Jesus
pops up
fucking
out of nowhere.
Christ.
It's instantaneous, reflex on what I'm gonna be doing.
Lawrence.
Oh, you're dead.
Lawrence.
Where did the muscle man go, Lawrence?
So I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect this water dungeon to have a Pokemon in it that knew fucking Bullet Seed, a multi-hit grass type move. That seems kind of bullshit.
Oh my.
The bullet part makes sense. The seed, yeah, I can agree.
All right, but anyway,
Yeah.
I don't know, Saba.
Uh,
I think you're not taking your clone seriously enough. I am under the assumption that any scheme or plan I come up with, my clone is already going to anticipate. So there can't be any I'm under the impression that you
See, but
can't
your-
premeditate
your
anything.
clone can't be more than you, though, right? So technically, you would
What do
just
you
be in
mean?
an impact. Like, if you're like the clone pops up out of nowhere and it's like, all right, like his like
The clone
mission,
pops
like,
up and is an exact copy of you, including everything that you know.
I know. So technically, besides the urge to want to kill you in the first place, that clone, like you guys would be at an impasse because you guys would just be able to nullify each other's thoughts / actions.
It's
We're
a
not
sand battle.
we're not fucking anime counter-punching each other. Like, if it's me versus my clone, I barely know how to punch someone. It's probably gonna be a lot of biting.
Well, sure, but then your
no.
clone already knows.
Ow.
Maybe you both try to go bite each other, and then you're like, well, dang, this is not
And we
getting
end up
anywhere.
fucking
We're
making
biting
out
each other.
instead.
Kill each other.
Like, if your clone's like, if you both think I'm gonna go for the knife, guess what? It's gonna be a hard time.
What
You're
knife?
just
Where'd
both
the
gonna
knife
go-
come from?
I just said if both your clones were thinking to go, if you and your clone were thinking to
Both
go
of
for
my
the knife,
clones? What?
Both of your clones.
Oh my god!
What
What the fuck
Replicating
is
Zach.
happening? Saba's like making this worse for me.
What if,
Zach,
what
if
there
you had
was one
tiny
clone
Hitler
that
in your
came
pocket.
No!
What if there was one clone that came to kill you, but then this other clone anticipated that first
This
clone was
other
gonna come kill you and it's
clone.
gonna try to come save you?
What are you
Zach, how many evil clones do you have?
I don't know. Apparently, Saba's just replicating my clones to come up with fucking esoteric
I was the one
nonsense.
sending them to kill you.
No, see
What
if
happened
what
in
you
the
do is you
future that caused
capture-
2 evil clones to come after you?
I got it. See, what if you have someone incapacitate your first clone, and then you clone that clone into wanting to kill that second clone, and then they just fight each other, and then they both
Oh,
take
this
each
is
other out, and then
Terminator.
you survive.
What are you talking about? Saba,
You're describing
Saba, I want you to
Terminator
know,
2,
you're going
aren't
on
you?
this whole like ridiculous diatribe just because you won't admit that your clone is just as smart as you are.
I'm not saying they're just as smart as me. I'm just saying that I
I know you're not
incapacitate them.
saying that. That's the problem.
But I'm saying, what if it's a good tactic to make a third clone, so then they just fight
What are you
each
talking
other,
about?
and
You
then-
don't have that
Right.
ability. Dude, I fucking hate Bullet Seed. It's so it pisses me off.
your clone killed you.
No, but what
Well,
if
I was
Take
like,
that
in the
reviver
amount
seed.
of time that it took Saba to like argue all these points with her murderous clone has like had time to set out
No,
the
but
dinner
you're not
table
getting
and get the
this. I'm
grill
saying-
going,
I'm
and
saying,
it's like,
whatever dimension
Fine,
that clone
steak
came
dinner.
from, what if there's another dimension where another clone comes from?
That's not the question.
I'm about to say you're just now it feels like Adrian's here in spirit, where it's just like this isn't even the point of the question anymore.
But I'm saying, what if there's an ultimatum that I don't even have to fight my clone because there's another clone that comes out of
Are
somewhere
you
else?
going to fucking open
Saba's
litigations
spam.
against your evil clone? Are you shitting me? What the fuck? Are you gonna sue your evil clone to prevent her from killing you?
That's what
Okay.
Who are you? Legal is ridiculous.
I like Legal Eagle.
God.
It's pretty fun. I
love
watched
Legal
him with
You know
Ace
what?
Attorney.
All right, guess what, Grant?
It's a hot mess.
You still have to answer the question.
Well,
I mean, I was, but then this happened.
I didn't know you guys would be so taken aback
I
by
don't
my third clone.
I don't. That wasn't the initial
clone.
question.
But if you have the ability
Also,
to create a third clone, doesn't your clone also have an
No,
ability to create a
not
fourth clone?
Me. I'm not saying I first started off with the assumption that this other clone actually comes like it appears because it knows that my second clone is going to try to kill
All right,
me.
you know
so it
what?
comes
You
into
know,
this
you
dimension
know
to try
what?
to prevent it.
I'm thinking about what you said, right? Because you said like in order to get your third clone, you have to like incapacitate your first clone and then
There's
clone
also
them.
that option.
Guess what,
Yeah.
Saba? You're just back at square one again because now you have to incapacitate your clone in order to make the third clone. You haven't made
then
any
that's-
progress.
Well, like I said, you either have the choice of like the interdimensional third clone that's trying to
The
save you.
fuck are
Or
you talking?
incapacitation.
This isn't
The
Marvel.
interdimensional third clone. What?
I'm making up for Adrian right now. Anywho, I'll stop talking now. Grant, answer the question more thoroughly. Basically.
Fucking.
I'm glad that finally, after like 5 episodes of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, there's something funny that I can put into the video. Of Saba
Of
being like,
course.
listen. All I need to do is get my own TARDIS.
oh, yeah.
I need to build the TARDIS.
Yeah,
I mean, like I said, I'd want to kill my clone too. So, but I think he'd want it more, so I might lose.
I was about to say that was my answer too, because here's the difference between me and my clone, or what I would assume is the difference. They want to kill me. I want to defend myself, but I also, I very much mind getting hurt. If my evil clone throws a punch towards my face, I'm gonna flinch.
Oh yeah, I'm about to say I forgot. Like during Sunday's Owl Boy stream, that was my criticism of Lawrence was like, really? You're gonna fucking go when your evil clone goes to throw a punch
no.
at you.
I'm not gonna fucking lie. That's exactly what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna try to pretend like. Oh,
I can't believe you're intimidated by yourself. I can't believe you're intimidated by yourself.
Yes.
Well, I mean, if this is
Negative
a world where they
Lawrence.
suddenly appear out of nowhere, I don't know what you'd be thinking all of a sudden.
Oh, I'd be like,
Intimidation
I've
was
been
my
waiting
first
for this
thought.
moment.
Literally exactly what I was just about to say. I was like, dude, I have been planning for this forever. People said I had anxiety. Wrong. I have future
But
sight,
who knows
bitch.
if they're who says they're like immediately like going to kill you though?
I did. I'm the one who proposed the question.
I'm going to kill them. Who cares if they want to kill me? I'm going to kill them.
I'm about to say there
Oh,
can't be
okay.
two
Are you
Zacks in the
clone?
world. That's just confusing.
Oh, what if
I've
he's
been waiting
coming
for a
back to
chance
try
to
to
end.
solve world hunger?
Listen,
Then you
if this
just
evil
killed him.
clone comes
I
in
am
and
not.
starts like
Listen,
throwing
I am
hands
not
at
going.
me,
I am not going to solve world hunger, which means by default that my clone is also not gonna solve world hunger.
What if your
Listen,
clone
if
starts
the
just
evil
making a
clone
fuck ton
starts-
of pasta?
Yeah.
And he's like,
That doesn't
I'm gonna
solve
go out.
anything.
I'm gonna go out to everyone that's hungry, and I'm going to do this.
Listen, if my evil clone like comes at me and starts throwing hands immediately before we get to talk, that's like a sign of evil, okay?
Okay, see that's the answer that I wanted, Lawrence. Right? It's if they start coming, you see the glint in their eyes and the evil in their
I mean,
face,
if my
then you
clone,
can start attacking them.
just starts coming as soon as he like teleports in or
What?
whatever, I am suddenly very intimidated.
I mean, I would be too if he all of a sudden started. That's the power move, man.
Grant,
What
could
if
you
your clone
imagine if that's
challenged you
how?
to a-
Could you imagine if that's how you and I discovered that we have like a sexual domination kink, where just our evil clone comes in and just the notion of killing us is like, oh.
Oh my god.
Oh,
That
God,
would
okay.
be the worst way to discover a fetish.
Lawrence, what if your clone challenges you to a chess match?
Oh, I would. It would be whoever blunders their queen first.
It's whoever looks away and moves the pieces.
It's to be honest, it's probably whoever gets like the first move. It would
So
probably
white.
just, like- yeah. So I think that would
They're
be
like, I want to be white.
But Lawrence, none of you are white.
Oh
Here's
my
the
God.
funny thing. I'm better with black, so whoever's white is actually gonna lose.
There you go.
So I gotta play black.
But
there you
your
go.
clone already knows that.
I'm about to say your clone knows that.
So we're basically fighting, like physically fighting, just to see who plays black in chess.
And once again, just like Saba, you have made no progress.
I have made
Congratulations,
progress
Lawrence. You are
envisioning
back to square one.
Multiple
Perfect.
scenarios that could happen, I guess. Just not the one where I have to fight them.
I'd start throwing hands first. I don't care if what their intention is.
I'm about to say, if
Yeah.
if I see someone who is just like wearing my fucking what you calls it,
My basalt.
no, not my visage, but just like my fuck, what the fuck?
Wonder egg.
Oh, well, hold up, I know what this is. Saba, you should recognize this.
Can't necessarily look at it. Oh, it's green. Oh, yes!
You know what that is, right?
I mean,
I
why
forgot
would
about
it
this.
specifically be that color, though?
Well, it's not green. It's like a teal, like sea blue.
Oh.
I'm guessing that's something for evolution.
Look at this. Nah,
Augers.
Oh, now I
it's an
see
egg.
Oh.
it's an egg. Yeah. Well, it's called the Wonder Egg, right? So.
Oh, I may actually know what this is, yeah.
Oh, it moved.
Also,
Zero
Lawrence,
ball,
I apologize. I skipped over your topic because I didn't scroll up far enough. So technically, the other one is Beth Harmon Dream / Hallucination.
Oh, were you not here when I talked about my my vaccine side effect hallucinations?
Oh wait, you did. Never mind.
I
Oh,
should have.
okay.
I should have. Oh, I did. I did not unmark that. That's my
Wasn't
bad.
the egg Zac also like in the movie? I can't actually remember. Manaphy
So
hatched from an
Manaphy's
egg, right?
is like quintessential to its lore. It's in everything because it's also in the Pokemon Ranger series too. So yeah, it's Manaphy.
It's Manaphy. It's that.
Hi. It's Kirby.
Okay, great.
What is Kirby?
Grant,
Yes,
do you
Kirby.
want to do Manaphy's voice?
No.
Well, someone does.
I don't.
Oh,
I don't know.
God.
All right, whatever.
Wants
We're
to
just
do
plowing
this.
through it since no one wants to.
Just make, like you said, Kirby voices.
Who, me or Zach?
Anybody, just go ahead. I can't. Just
You
say
know my
Polio.
my Kirby voice is just gonna be me going falsetto, and that's it.
I can't do it that way.
Excuse me, Chatot. Do you know what this Pokemon is? Chatot's like, well, it's blue.
Yeah, and blue is floaty.
This is the Pokemon
what the
Manaphy.
fuck is this?
The result
Dude,
was
I can't believe that
Pokemon.
this was a this was like a mission that we had to do. Because now Manaphy's hungry because it's a baby.
It's a try.
Oh,
So moving on to the next banter topic, Mario's secret enemy,
We're in the
San
middle
Francisco.
of the. We're in the middle of like story shit. Oh well, we're not really doing voice acting, so whatever, it's fine.
Hey, blue
Yeah.
gummies.
We have to go to
Why is
Craggy
Mario's
Coast.
secret
Wait, don't I already
enemy-
have blue gummies? Yeah,
That's all the
so
gummies.
Grant,
That's all the num-nums.
you're talking about Mario's secret enemy, right?
San Francisco, yes.
Give me 1 second. Mario's
just say San Francisco?
secret.
Yeah, it says
enemy.
SF.
Dang.
That is Mario's secret enemy.
Mario's secret
all of this
enemy
is not allowed
SF.
there
Let me
anymore.
see.
He tried
Oh.
jumping along the Golden Gate Bridge, so he got banned from the city.
Oh no, I might not be able to find a picture.
You just post San Francisco.
No, obviously not.
Don't worry, Zach. I got it.
Where's my phone? I might have to go to Twitter real quick to find it. Scusi. Boop boop boop. It shouldn't be that far back in Jello's Twitter. Give me 1 second. Still going. Oh yeah, in the meantime, while I'm looking for this, Saba, can we talk about It Takes Two real quick?
Sure.
Because I know, like, there has been no sale, so it's not on our radar or whatever, but when we do eventually get around to playing it, can we skip the cutscenes?
Oh.
Some of the story stuff sucks. I will say that. Like, I was
Wait, really?
watching some. No, it's not even like the story. Like, one of the missions I saw, I was like, this?
Are you talking about the
Horrible.
one with the elephant?
Yes.
Dude,
Horrible.
that's horrible!
It's horrible. Why would they make you do that?
So, like, we can kind of loop Lawrence in, just so that way Lawrence is... Like, not to give away
Yeah, sorry,
too many
Brent, you're not
specifics.
here. You shouldn't be looped in.
well, because Lawrence is the one making noises, all right? So, no, not really any spoilers, but the overarching mission that you have at the time of the event that we're talking about is you have to make your daughter cry, right?
Yeah, that's what. That's
You have to make
that's
your-
like the.
Yeah.
That's how they think they're gonna like get back because they're like, oh, she cried the first time. That's how we got this way.
Right, like they use some weird backwards logic to try and validate making their daughter cry. And so they think about it and they're like, okay, well, how are we going to... Oh, I should post this because this is really good. How
You
are
should
they
show what the
supposed
elephant
to...
looks like. Should I look that up? Should I
If
show,
you
should I
want-
show this elephant?
I don't know. Does
Hold
anybody
on.
care about spoilers?
Go meet the elephant.
Only the elephants.
Just I want you to look at. What this? I need. Oh, this is okay. This is what the elephant looks like. This is her favorite toy.
This is her favorite toy.
Favorite
It's a super
toy.
adorable, super
Elephant.
cute elephant. So the parents decide.
That is
By the way, it's her parents that you're trying to make your daughter cry. Obviously, they
that's
come to
equally.
they come to the conclusion that the easiest way to make their daughter cry is that they have to destroy her favorite toy, which is Cutie the elephant. So you
my
go
God.
so you go through this whole like level, this whole sequence, and at the very end
God,
you
I
meet up.
even saw a little bit.
You
of it.
meet up with Cutie, and Cutie's like very adorable, very accommodating at first, and then they go to take like a sword to start attacking Cutie, and you like cut open her chest and like her leg, and like some fluff starts coming out. Long story short, the entire scene is a ridiculously long, protracted, like 10-minute long scene where you are slowly dragging Cutie across the floor while its body parts are being ripped
Evil.
off by like
Yeah.
like Three Stooge-esque
Oh
Three
my
Stooge-esque levels of like comedic violence as Cutie in the most adorable voice possible is crying and
Love her.
is crying and begging for mercy.
Do this, no.
And eventually, when you throw her off the edge of the cliff
You
or
also
whatever,
like she stays at the edge a little bit of the table too. She's like, no, don't do this. And then they're like,
right?
yeah,
Exactly.
this is
Horrible
No,
thing. It's a very unpleasant scene. But then, not only that, it gets even worse because when you do eventually knock Cutie off of the bed or the table that you're on or whatever, the daughter notices, and sure enough, she starts crying just like they anticipated. And the mom and the dad are gleefully
celebrating.
dancing. they are like,
Yeah, they're like,
yeah,
"Woo, we did
yeah,
it,
we
we
made
did
her
it."
cry. Woo, we did it. And it's like, holy shit, you two should get a divorce. Fuck you people.
Like-
You people are terrible.
I mean, this is what I like. This is what I mean by it's bad, like narrative. Like
It's
going in this
atrocious
game,
narrative
I would hate
writing.
doing this. Like, regardless of how, like, I heard the gameplay in this is really fun, but man,
Excellent
narratively,
even, yeah.
I hate doing that. I hate this. Like, this is torture.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even.
What
It's
the
not even like
fuck?
like that girl.
Funny,
remember
haha.
with the no, not. It's not even like with that meme like video where like the girl like a rabbit gets shot and she's like oh and she starts crying because
Oh
of that.
yeah,
'Cause
that's
I'm
the
like,
cutest thing
That's the
I've ever
cutest
fucking
fucking thing I've ever seen.
yeah, because that's like survival, and I'm like okay, but like people like have no choice but to do that. They had a choice in doing this. They had a choice.
And not
in
even
killing
did they
this
just
elephant.
not even did they have a choice in doing it. As you pointed out before, it wasn't even the thing that they were supposed to do. Cause their objective, cause like you saw it in the trailers, but it's like it's a self-help like marriage counseling book or whatever.
I hate him.
And the book is
As
like
well.
sentient, and he's terrible. He's awful, and it's
Like
and
to
it's
a
just
certain degree. I was like, okay, you gotta try to get back like together, right? I'm like, okay, for the beginning part, I'm like, okay, if that's like the main goal, okay, we'll try doing that. But it's like when they get on to, I think when they get on the verge of actually like getting back, right? He's like, nope, I'm not gonna let you do it. You have to do more of it. I'm like, you SOB. I am tired.
yeah,
of
because like the
Get
thing
outta
that
here.
the thing that they need in order to transform back is that they need to like fix their marriage, right? Obviously, and they were about to do that by reading a letter that their daughter left for them, but the book was like, nope, we need more gameplay. So he takes it, rips it into 8 pieces, and then goes like, all right, now you have 8 more levels to do, and at the end of each level, you will get 1/8 of the thing, and it's like,
What
like
the
that's
fuck?
that's hecka annoying. I don't like it. Bad narrative.
Bad.
and
Yeah, plus
like I
there's
don't
a
know,
lot
man,
of cheesy,
it's so
corny
terrible.
dialogue lines as well, and which is such a shame because I heard the game from what I saw, the gameplay is really varied and it seems like very fun.
Oh, it's
to do as
fantastic!
well.
I'm about to say. So I'm really excited to play it eventually. But the reason as
Not
I said,
excited.
is the reason I bring this up is that eventually, when we get around to playing it, I would like to just skip all the cutscenes because it's not even just that. It's also the Oh, Manaphy, I'm so sorry. Luckily, I have 2 blue gummies ready in advance. Not only that, but also the mom and the dad have Gumi. Not only that, but the mom and the dad have insufferable personalities too. Where the dad is, he's way too childish to the point where like he gets
Annoyingly.
yeah, like to the point where he throws like a hissy fit when his wife asks him to do laundry. You know what I
The
mean?
fuck?
I mean, both of them have really bad. And
Well,
she's
let
just,
me
like, as
get
well, yeah.
right. She also has a problem where she's an engineer, and literally anything that is not like uber intellectual, like whatever, is beneath her. And if she ever makes a mistake, it's obviously someone else's fault because she never makes mistakes.
Oof.
The fuck?
And I'm like, fuck marriage counseling. You two need therapy, like individually. Get a divorce, put your child
to be
with
better
somebody who
people.
actually loves her, and then like fix yourselves. Because it's ridiculous.
So,
By the
yeah,
way, we
it's,
adopted Manaphy.
Oh, nice.
Yay!
But
Such a cute
like,
little
I'm assuming you guys are gonna make a video out of It Takes 2.
I mean, like
I-
eventually, because it needs to be
I
on
will
sale
definitely
first.
be-
Right.
yeah,
sure,
yeah. When we
but-
do, I will definitely though be saying like Zach, corny writing, because some of it happens during gameplay. I'm like Zach, that was cringy
And I'll be like,
dialogue, Zach, I
Saba,
can't handle
excellent
this."
gameplay, excellent gameplay.
I'm saying like for the sake of like making making a video out of it, wouldn't it be good to have the cutscenes in, no matter how you feel about it, so that's when the cutscene ends and it's back to the gameplay part. You're talking about the story and what you don't like about it.
Zach, let's watch this stuff just to suffer and complain about it.
But I don't want to do that.
We're doing it.
I already stream every weekend.
Ah.
Oh, I give him another blue gummy.
It's like, I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna play a game that you don't like, you might as well make a video about talking
But the
about.
thing is that it's not that I don't
about
like
it.
the game. It's that I don't
The
like
gameplay is
1/3
good.
of the game.
Right.
Oh.
I don't know, like if viewers
Aw.
see the
Good night,
video
Manaphy.
and they see you guys like complaining about the story or like not even showing the story, they won't exactly know
No, see,
what you're complaining
We'll,
about.
I agree.
we'll
I
cross
feel like
this
we
bridge when we
should,
come to it, I think.
Yeah, and I was thinking like when we do that, what we could do is we could just watch it, but we can say like, how this could have been better. Like that's what we can do.
Yeah,
And
but
I mean,
like
that's
it
like,
says,
and it should be noted,
like,
I
they're
don't
talking about
necessarily...
how to make it better.
I about to say, I
but
don't
if the
necessarily want that
audience
to be
doesn't know
all of
what's
what we
seen.
talk about, because that's really
Well, obviously,
shitty,
we should,
right?
we should talk about how fun like the gameplay is, like when we're playing it. Like that's a really great sequence, blah blah blah. And then me yelling at Zach half the time, or him yelling at me, Saba, get over there. Just no, you're not hitting the thing, Saba, stop.
Saba, just fucking, I'm shooting. Listen, I am shooting the nails. Just hit them with your hammer. And she's like, what? As she walks off a cliff, and I'm like, Saba!
I'll be like, Zach, no, Zach, no, the other way, Zach. Oh, God, Zach, please, Zach.
Anyway. So yeah.
I feel like I just watched the video.
Great. So, all in all, and by the way, just to loop back in on the original thing of Mario's Secret Enemy SF, I'm gonna have to get back to that eventually. I have to find the actual article that I was going to refer to. So we should loop back to that at some other time.
All right, next banter idea. Saba, the I'm busy friendships.
Oh.
Is that really the next one on the list?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
So, there's this dilemma that I think I and like even some people that I know have, where you meet someone and they seem like a genuinely good person, but it starts becoming the thing. It's like where you text them. It's like you're not meeting up in like school every day or whatever now, where they respond with, even like if you initiate, they never initiate first and they always say I'm busy. But there's also the caveat of you, like, let's say, because this, like I said, this happened to me, where it's like on Snapchat, I would see they're hanging out with other people. And it's like, in my mind, it's like, I don't know, what would you guys, like, do? Because...
Stop initiating.
Well, that's the thing, but then the friendship's gone, right? And it's like, well,
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's the point?
Such a
then?
bummer,
If they're not
I
gonna
guess.
put in any effort, why should you, right? Like,
Relationships work both ways. It's a two-way street.
Yeah.
Yes, but what if you have no friends?
then would you rather have like no friends
this
or
guy's
like
friend?
yeah, a
I don't
negative
This person was
friend?
not a very good.
I
would
but
rather.
I
I
do
would
think
rather.
it's very detrimental to not have any friends, especially with this idea that where, like, when they like actually text you back, they're like, oh gosh, it's like a little bit. So they're like nice, right? But it's just like whenever you try to hang out, they always say they're busy.
I'd rather be friendless than have a bad friend.
Yeah.
Is all I'm saying.
Well, because I
Because
mean,
bad
like...
friends are just a headache.
Well, because I mean, like,
And I
I
can see
feel,
that, but-
I feel very strongly for Saba, obviously, under these circumstances, right? Because I have a lot of people that are like that, never initiate, and whenever I try to, like, invite them to do stuff, it just kind of falls through for whatever reasons. And it's like, not to name anybody specifically, but there was, like, one time where I had planned, like, 2 weeks in advance for a, like, Thanksgiving get-together back in California. And it was just going to be, like, me and 2 other people. And I, 2 weeks in advance, I was like, hey, do you want to do this thing? And they were like, absolutely. A week in advance,
know
I
what
was
you're
like,
talking
hey, did you still want to do that? And they were like, yeah. 2 days in advance, reminding, like, hey, we're doing this thing. And then the day of comes, and they completely blow past the time that they were supposed to be at the apartment. And I'm like, oh, well, maybe they're just a little bit late because they're not responding on the phone. Fast forward to like 4 hours later, the food that I prepared, because I bought like extra food to have like a Thanksgiving dinner. All of that is now cold and not really edible anymore, yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. And eventually when they finally answer their phone, it's like, oh, well, sorry, I was at round 1. And it's like,
Wasn't this
certain
this when you were
individuals
in
that I
Iowa?
think certain individuals that I think it would be unfair to name on stream.
No, I was gonna say though is this when just you and I were living together, or was this when?
This would have
the four
been
of
you
us
and I were living together, and you were like off with your family or something because you weren't there for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I always went home for holidays, but I'm trying to remember because I was like, because I remember you telling me that, and I couldn't remember if it was last year or 2 years ago.
It would have been 2 years ago, I guess, because of COVID. But
yeah,
yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, it's just and like I can agree. Like I like after a certain while, because like the person that I like, at least on my end, like I really enjoyed hanging out with her when we did hang out because of like school and stuff like that. And she was a really nice person, and I always go like see her occasionally during like certain times. And she would always be like, "Yeah, let's hang out or whatever." But it's like, you know, every single time, at least on my end, I would ask and be like, "Yeah, let's do this." And it's always like, "Oh, I'm busy." And then once again, the subsequent, I see her hanging out with the other friend group that like I used to semi be a part of. Like I knew all of them, but it's like, you know, clearly, it's like the thought goes in your head. Clearly, you and like them, the other like people as well, didn't actually care for me like that much. And then it's just,
Yeah,
you know,
why
it
would
feels
you
like a
wanna
low
be-
blow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you shouldn't be, you know, going out of your way or even, you know, trying to initiate this if you know the answer and they're gonna do that, like, they're not
Because
worth your time.
it's also like how you keep in contact with people, which so like for example, with her, it's almost like if I didn't text her every day, it's almost like I would like lose her interest. And it's like it's tough because it's like obviously we have our ways of like communicating with each other, but like for me, I'm very much a person that doesn't text that much, but I'm still like thinking of people who are my friends, and like when we get together, like I prefer to talk to people in person than through like just texting each other like every 5 seconds. But it's like because I don't know, I didn't comply with her. There was no compromise almost, or like there was no understanding of what type of like person I was. So it's like she's just like if I don't text her every day, then she just forgets about me. So it's just
Like as Lauren said, it's a two-way street, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like I don't know, maybe for her the two-way street is like for her it's you have to text me every day for it to be a two-way street. And it's like, well, I don't know what to do. Maybe at that point it's just not meshing well, but I think there's just also a lack of understanding in like the type of relationship like you have with like your friend. And it's like, cause like my best friend, she's like, I get it, like you don't text me all the time, but I know you think of me, and occasionally when you find something interesting, we text each other. It's like she understands the type of person I am, and I know with like other people, she texts like them a lot or Snapchats them a lot, but it's like our relationship is still really close. But I don't know, maybe people.
Well,
Can
I
I
just
can
don't
I
think that
can
much.
I propose a like a thought experiment, or not a thought experiment, but just something that could be considerable, I suppose. What if your standard of like people texting on a regular basis is too high?
Why is the standard of texting too much?
So, like my example.
Why do I have that?
Well, my example is that not last year during COVID, but there was a period of time while I was living in California where I conducted a silent experiment where I just didn't text anybody for 3 weeks, just to see like which people would actually like reach out to communicate or whatever, and literally no one did. So it's like either I could be really depressing and say that I have no real friends, or B, I could just say, well, that kind of makes sense because people, you know, I still see people like in person at school every once in a while, and like maybe this is just how people are.
I would
Right?
say, yeah, that might be different because, like, for example, if you just stop talking to me, like, right now for, like, 3 weeks, at a certain point, I'll be like, dang, I haven't heard from Zach in, like, a long time. And because, like, seeing each other in person, I think is a little bit different.
Well, once again,
but I
I
get
will
what you're
reiterate
saying.
for the sake of making sure that this is perfectly clear. It was only like, in terms of the people that I saw on a daily basis, it was like 2 people out of the 20 something people that were in my contacts list that I
Right.
I would text regularly. So Yeah, I don't know. So my supposition is that what if the standard for communication is just too high? Because under most circumstances, people don't really talk that much.
I think it has changed, right, with the introduction of how like obsessed people are with social media. But at the same time, I'm like, I know that that's not necessarily a good thing. But what's unfortunate is that that's the trend. And since I'm quote unquote, I guess not complying.
Wait,
with
hold
the
up, look at
trend,
Lawrence.
Look at him.
Aw.
Dang, that's pretty good. Dude, get my
Nice.
champ. Get my champ on there.
I will.
Get him a
What you
champ.
looking like?
I have to wait for Lawrence to wake up first. All right.
But yeah.
Aw,
Oh,
sleepy Pikachu.
Oh.
He just
Nice.
sits on the ground. That's pretty amusing.
All right.
pretty nice.
And then Sleepy Eevee is exactly what we already know. But yeah.
I feel like it depends on the person whether they're the type of person who would text first or would respond to a text.
Oh, well,
Right.
okay. In this case, Lawrence, think about it like this. In like, let's say high school or whatever, I'm more of like the shy person. I don't tend to like do stuff first. And like the person I guess I'm talking about is way more outgoing than me. But yet I'm the one who always has to like text first normally. I mean, maybe like we said, like when I first like met her in person again, like she started off like snapping me again, like maybe first, but I would like reciprocate. But it's like I'm not built to want to like snap someone every day constantly.
Oh yeah.
So obviously I would stop by a certain point. But it's like I prefer this idea of like when something interesting happens, or if I'm thinking of you like all of a sudden, like I'll go and like reach out. But yeah, like the idea of like messaging first like is like that's the two-way street. I would say, Lawrence, right? Where
for both people to have at one point message first.
yeah, I think that should be like a norm. Because then it feels like too one-sided. Like you're always the person pitching, and like I'm like just like okay, I'll leave it up to you to do the energy to message me first.
I
And then what's your
Still
response
feel
when it
like-
doesn't happen?
still feel like it depends on the person because let's say one person it's clearly not based on your example, it's clearly not the case. But if one person is super anxious, like the type to respond to a text, of course, but like super anxious about texting first because of any number of reasons, so they're the ones waiting for a text. But then if both people are nervous about sending the first text,
Well, then there you
it's
go
kinda
about it.
an
An
impact.
understanding of like the person as like your relationship with them, right? That's like if you are good friends and you already understand that this person's a bit nervous, then there's that difference to that.
Goodbye, Corpus.
Because like you already have like a
well, because you already have an understanding, like yeah, they're the type of person not to text first.
yeah,
so
but
you
if
already
you're
know.
but like the examples I've used so far, they are not that type of person. At least from
Then-
anything they've told me.
Yeah, that's a little tougher, admittedly. I don't know, because
So yeah.
clearly you care about this person still.
Well,
So-
I've made peace with it. It's just such a shame because I thought she was a really great person, and like she's still like sometimes when I like post, like she's like the only person that like hearts my messages, and I was like, I'm grateful
how
for
nice.
that. It's still that like there's some thought left for me, but it does hurt when like because I was more of a drifter, I guess, in high school. So like I went in between like friend groups, and I knew people, and I thought like they were nice and everything. But it's like when you're, I think, a drifter, the people that are in the group get closer than like you do with everyone else. So it's like I see like them hanging out together, even though in like high school I used to also hang out together with them. But
I'm sorry, it sounded like my high school experience.
damn, I think one of the biggest things is like what to do in a scenario where like you genuinely don't like you can't make any like you've tried making friends, but this has always been the outcome.
Of being a drifter.
Not being a drifter, the I am busy friend.
Oh, the I am busy.
Like what is someone supposed to do when every person they come across becomes that?
Could it be a problem with their awareness, like with their connection to other people. Like
No, the
they
person that
think
I know
they're fine, but they're not aware that they are causing you like a little bit of heartache over the situation.
Well, there's nuance, right? So let me say like a person, for example, like I'll just use me. I'll just talk as
Sure.
if I was doing this. But like I always message first. I always ask to want to do something. I like say stuff that like, oh, like how are you doing? Blah 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 blah. And once again, like the person's like fine, and we used to hang out maybe because of school, but now for the most part, she always says she's busy. She never initiates texting first. And then I do see her go out with some other people and saying, is it, oh, it's been such a long time since I've been able to go out. But like now I can or whatever. And they just, it's like, you've never messaged me once. And like you don't, and like they don't even respond anymore with text. They respond with like emojis.
Oh yes, the simplest of all responses.
Yes. And it's like not even sending emoji, it's like putting a little emoticon after like your message. Like a
it's
reaction.
the reaction thing.
Yeah. So it's
Oh.
even just a reaction. It feels even I don't know.
It feels like I'm talking to myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like what are you supposed
like you tell a
to
funny
do?
joke and they give you a thumbs up. Like, all right,
Cool.
Exactly, yeah. Cuz it's like for me I almost feel like in my mind, I would be like, I would want to give like an ultimatum and be like, do you actually care? Because I mean, maybe they do and all, but it's like, do you want, like, no one wants to hear to their face. I'm like, I don't feel like we're giving the same effort in this because like, and I feel left out or blah, 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 right? But it's not like they would ever, for the most part, take it like seriously, I would say. Because the person I'm referencing is like a bit younger than me in general, but it's just hard, right? When it's like that, but that's like all anybody you try to become friends with, and I'm a bit.
Sorry, go on.
No, the last thing I wanted to say was that, and I think it's almost like I don't want to say a trend, but because of how social media has become in a way, and it might not even just be linked to social media, but I feel like that's what people have become a little bit more of is the superficial, like I am busy but I'll hang out with these other people but I'm just not going to talk to you, because it's way more people than like I ever thought, and it's not just like one or two like people, like it's a lot of them.
Also, multiple
that are like
people
this.
doing this.
Yeah.
Can I propose another thought experiment?
After Grant, what did Grant
Oh, did
have to
Grant
say?
have something? I didn't even hear him.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was just gonna say like, I don't know. I would not necessarily an ultimatum, but I would definitely be like, hey, this feels like a big imbalance of effort to the friendship. Just like, I don't know, voice how you feel, because
And I
communication,
agree.
of course.
Hell, even voice it in a joking way and then with like a hint of seriousness to it. I feel like that's the exact direction that I would go. Like,
Same.
hey, man, you've been
Yeah.
hanging out a lot, haven't you?
Yeah, it's almost like,
A
you know,
slight bit of passive aggressiveness.
yeah.
Just a sprinkle.
Yeah,
Sprinkle.
but you hope they'll actually like understand, because there are the people that are just like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. Like they don't actually freaking understand.
Right, but like at the very least they acknowledge it, and hopefully some change would come out of that.
I mean, if not,
Maybe.
then that's cut tie, burn bridge. I don't know.
Yeah, this is a
Yeah.
rough situation.
It's
Obviously,
up to you. It's at your discretion, of course. But I
Well,
don't
yeah,
know.
and of course, and that's why I think the worst situation is this idea of like you don't have any friends because everyone is just that. It's like, what are you supposed to do then? Because I feel like having friends is really vital on someone's like
It's
growth.
not all
True,
and-
but-
means, yes.
What about
stuff.
having a bad friend that does this? Like,
Well, that's the thing. It's not that they're necessarily abusive. But what they're doing...
But it doesn't make you
if that's
feel
your
good.
criteria
make
for
you
being a
feel
bad
good.
friend, you need to raise your standards a little bit.
Well, no, I honestly, I can say they're a bad friend, right? But let's say, like, by, like, default, if you just say, like, someone that doesn't, like... I don't know, because obviously there's worse stuff, but, like, maybe to some people, this is, like, nothing. This is, like, you just need to back off and, like, let them come to you first. And it's like, well, excuse me, they're never gonna come to me first, you know? But it's like, then they'll just be like, well, no, you should just wait. Like, you need to give them space. It's like, please. I can tell, like, there's a nuance to this.
Selmers, is that you?
Should I start talking about poetry? I have some poems to read.
Let's ostracize Grant as much as possible.
Epic.
No, but I don't know. Like, the supposition I was going to propose earlier was, like, have you ever considered that perhaps your definition for, like, perhaps in part due to social media, but also, dude, Adrian, just fucking turn around and beat the shit out of him, dude. Just kill him. Like, are you serious? Perhaps because of social media, or perhaps because of, like, an overestimation of, like, what it means to be a friend and stuff like that. Have you ever thought that instead of these people being friends, maybe they're just more of acquaintances? You know, like people that's... like if you were friends during school, Adrian, holy shit, are you gonna fucking seriously use not blinker? God, do I have anything that can make this motherfucker? Yeah, warp seed. Eat.
Like how Adrian's not even here, yet he's still annoying you.
Jesus Christ. Just fucking sucking up all my fucking, what do you call it? Reviver seeds. Anyway, because it's like, because you said you were friends with this person like during school. That sounds more like a friendship through familiarity rather than through actual substance, which is evidenced by the fact that they don't text you at all. Because, like, clearly they have people in their life that they do actually communicate with on a regular basis. Whereas...
Well, the thing is, it's the same friend group that, like, let's say I hung out with, so I know the other, like, let's say 2 people.
Right,
like,
so
I
to cut to the
recognize them,
chase
I've
in the
hung out with
conversation, you're probably insinuating that you're the problem, which I don't necessarily think is correct, right? Like, I don't necessarily...
Think so.
Well,
but it's
well,
just,
listen, either literally everybody in your old friend group has individual problems and they're all terrible people, or you just didn't mesh with them, which either or could be true. They're not exactly mutually exclusive, but it's also just like, these people don't really seem like they were ever your friend. It's also the same Pokemon, by the way, that's just chasing him.
I know.
This is fantastic.
Because I think one of the biggest, because I was like, I understand the acquaintances, and I
Fuck
think
you,
I've,
Adrian.
like, set
Jesus
myself...
fucking Christ.
I've like resigned myself to like some of them, but it's like this idea. It's like I want to know, almost like the thought process of someone who does this, because and I'm not the person to like have a lot of friends, so maybe this is the thing, Zach, where maybe they're the type of person to have like a lot of friends, and like, you know, kind of give them each like a minimum of effort. Versus like me, I'm like, I only have a few and I like to give maximum effort to like my friends in my own way. But like I said, I want to know what's going on in people's heads when
probably
this
something
kind of
more
stuff happens.
complicated than like if you figure out what's going on in people's head, the answer's gonna be a lot more complicated than I feel like you would want it to be.
Or it could just be the simple like, I don't feel anything for you anymore. Like, I don't value you as a friend. And it's just like, if that's the case, I want to be told, you know, outright. Just let me know.
I guess one of the complicated thoughts that a person would have, and I'm using my real life example for this, is this person would think of you as a friend, but your guys' interests are kind of colliding with each other. For example, during high school, I didn't like drinking just because I wasn't into it. Yeah. Whereas one of my closest friends fucking parties like once a week maybe, and I wouldn't be invited, and I would like, totally fine with that because that's not my kind of thing. But at the same time, there's still that disparity of we still see each other as friends, yet our
Yeah,
interests are
your
different.
type of
Like, they're way
lifestyle
too
is different.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like I get that because that's something where it's like I think you're just naturally gonna drift apart, right?
Yeah.
Versus like people that are like close to one another. Because like the girl that I'm like my stuff, I was like I really enjoyed. Like I think we were like really similar in a lot of ways and like being helpful. But I know like one of the other people because I don't even like I would call this other person a toxic friend because I was very much more like submissive to what people would say. So it's like for her, like she'd be like, "Oh, you're doing this wrong," and I'd be like, "Okay, all right." But and like in retrospect, some of the stuff she said now, I would say like, "Wow, you're a horrible person for saying that."
Oof.
So it's a little bit different because I don't know, maybe because she's in the same group as like that other girl. Like I don't know if there was like a rubbing off effect, right? Because I'm not there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening. But yeah,
It's
There's,
a difficult problem that this is.
yeah. So that's why I call it the dilemma of the I'm busy friend. I even looked this up, right? There's actually a lot of like articles about this. The I am busy friend. Surprisingly, I guess it's a common
could-
thing.
Could this have? And I know this thing happens
Ow.
in real life no matter what, but do you think this I'm busy friend? Like, do you think there's more of them because of COVID, or what do you think?
Well,
No.
Could that be
This
wrong?
is definitely
at least-
this is just a personality type that exists.
Yeah, for at least on my end, my friend, it was like a couple years after high school. So COVID was not.
COVID
what
wasn't
this
a
was
thing.
about.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like we've been in this underwater place for a long freaking time.
Thank you, Sava.
Big
I hadn't noticed.
I know, and I'm the one distracted, so it's like, man, very long time.
Yeah. Maybe it'll just be somebody
Basically
that
the
you used to
song.
know.
That's basically the song.
Yeah.
That would probably fit the mood of this banter idea.
Is this a sack squatch? Oh, I didn't even
Yeah,
see
I
that
love
word.
sack
I just thought of
squatch.
it.
I love Sasquatch. It's really good.
I haven't heard
I thought
it
it
yet.
would lift
I
the
think
mood
it's
even
good.
despite this. Yeah, you'd like him, Lawrence.
Ooh. He sounds pretty good. It's a very fitting song for this topic,
that's
though.
pretty- Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. You actually... That's the irony of that, Grant.
I know. I'm well
Yeah.
aware.
But I mean, I guess ultimately to this is the never-ending dilemma of what to do with the I'm busy
Oh
friend.
my god. All right.
Yeah, like as we says, there's no straight answer to it. You're just gonna have to like eyeball the decisions. you have to
Hello,
make whenever-
Gyarados. By the way, look how fucking
Gyarados.
huge Gyarados is.
He's big.
He
Finion?
is massive.
It's
I
larger
found
than
you at
that.
last.
Just huge.
You're the Finion, right? You make the cure all Finion do. Anyway, I always thought of it as fondue, but made out of Finions, which is really gross.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm gonna watch this cutscene and then go eat, because I'm dying.
You can just go eat, it's fine.
What's gonna
You guys
happen here
like
then, Zach?
fondue?
We're gonna do a boss fight against a Gyarados who is ×4 weak to electric attacks.
Oh, so just very short. I do like fondue. Me and my friend, before COVID, used to go out for like celebration stuff. Chocolate fondue, like cheese fondue. They also had like an oil where you get to like
Oil fondue.
oil,
Oil.
like
It's
like meats, like deep fry meats. It was more like that. And the oil.
Never
Yeah,
had a
it was
fondue.
delicious. Still talking
neither.
about food. Well, if you ever guys come down here, I don't know. It's kind of.
Well,
expensive.
speaking of food, how about that smoothie?
Oh!
Oh, he's dead.
Oh,
Oh my god.
He got to cast Rainy Day and then died.
He made it a little overcast.
I should
made
really
it
like
bad.
eventually when I get around to like editing this like years from now, I should really like out of the blue send this to Judith, like just a clip to Judith and being like, "Oh, by the way, this is how you beat the game," because I remember when Pokemon Rescue Team DX got announced. We talked about it because we, worked together at the tutoring center, and she was like, "Yeah, I never really got into that series because the combat was too difficult." And I was like, "What?"
Okay, I'm gonna go eat now.
I thought you were gonna say you'll send it to Judith because she was the water type gym leader.
Oh, maybe that too.
Yeah, I thought it would be like favorite Pokemon is Gyarados.
Yeah. So, by the way, for those of you who, which is, I will admit, because it's kind of unfortunate, this whole sequence that we're doing right now, we're supposed to be like growing attached to Manaphy, because Manaphy is like little baby child that we're taking care of, and it's adorable. And so Manaphy got sick because it's been living on dry land as opposed to in the sea like it's supposed to. So we cured it with Finion Dew.
Fucking salt water.
That's all Finion Dew is, just salt water.
Yeah. It's like the Harley Quinn clip where it's like, oh god, the fish. Just throw them in the pool. These are saltwater fish. I can't just throw them in the pool.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know what? That's something I never actually looked up. In my infinite depth of like things that I'm curious about, I never actually looked up why some fish can't process fresh water. I never thought about that. Because like the only thing that's really different, because you can straight up make aquarium grade salt water by just diluting salt in water. You know what I mean? Like you can literally just do that. So it's like
Right.
the part of the system must literally be the salt in the water like facilitates their gills. Ah, the guildmaster and I decided to invite Walrein from the Northern Sea.
Walrein from the Northern Water Tribe.
Aye. I've heard all I need to hear from your Wigglytuff. You've my word, I'll take full responsibility for raising this legendary Pokemons.
This fucking legendary.
Fucking lit.
These
You'll be the greatest fighting.
legendary Pokemons. Please take care of this cutie. I should screen cap that and use that on my dating profile. Which, by the way,
funny.
Lawrence, I don't know if you saw that because I know that you're a shit-eating Redditor like me. There was a person who posted, it was like a green text post, and it was dude went to he got accepted onto like a cuckold dating site because he had no relationship stuff at all, so he was like, fuck it, why not? And he was matching with women that were like way out of his league, and he got to have sex with them and quote unquote be in a relationship with them on the exchange of like every once in a while he would have to like sit and watch her have sex with like another dude, and he was like, what do I care? I'm having sex with 9 hens and I'm like a 4. And it's like, and I was like, A, I have no idea if this is real, but B, if it is real, pretty clever, actually.
Clever, but I would
as
say
you get older, please don't forget us.
Oh!
Prolonging this will only make it worse. Walrein,
Time
please.
to put him out.
Aye. We're going, Manaphy.
on an adventure.
And Manaphy's like all sad.
No!
No. No.
Oh, that's so
Hopping.
sad.
Now, I want to point out that there was a really fucked up post like years and years and years ago where somebody was like, but I'm a Squirtle and their partner was also a Pokemon that can live underwater.
No.
But the game doesn't take that into account, and it's like, no, I want to live with Manaphy until they grow up and move out.
They move out and they go to college.
Like, can you believe that this fucking children's Pokemon game touches upon the subject of empty nest syndrome?
That's
See?
wild.
Dawn is sad because Manaphy isn't there anymore. And it's like obvious because
It's
they
sad.
liked Manaphy. It's very sad, dude. It's like, oh my god, this children's video game.
Yeah.
Walrein will teach him how to swear in a cool accent. Now,
like as soon as
hopefully,
they get out of earshot distance, Walreign's like, "We're gonna fucking go on an adventure."
we're going on an adventure, Manaphy. Get
I'll
hyped.
teach you Viking shanties.
I'll teach you all the Viking shanties I know. But yeah, so that's the Manaphy sub arc. We find an egg in the surrounded sea. We hatch it. We become like lovingly attached to Manaphy, and then Manaphy is forced to leave because Manaphy can't live on land, and it's like, oh my god, that's so sad.
Dang.
This sucks.
This game sucks.
This game's stupid.
I'm not crying.
I'm not crying.
Don't cry.
You're crying. I do remember the first time that I saw that cutscene though. I did well up. Cause I was like, "Are you?" Cause we blew through that no time flat because I just so happened to have the 2 blue gummies that you need. But normally, what happens is that while Manaphy is in your care, you have to like go out on missions to find the blue gummies. And whenever you do, Manaphy is on your team.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and you get to go on adventures with them, and they're actually like super
Like
dope.
level 1.
I don't know. I think if I remember correctly, I think they're just your level.
Oh,
Which is
Jesus.
hilarious to think about in retrospect, but
Legendary.
legendary. But
Legendary.
yeah, so that's the Manaphy thing, and so we have I think we have 2 more, and to be fair, we have an hour and a half left. We're plowing through this, so I'm super hype about it. But I think we actually have, I think in between the next, like now and the next like special mission that we're doing, I do believe that we unfortunately have to do like a few regular missions because Saba has to be all upset about Manaphy leaving. And we have to wait for her to get that out of her system.
Well, you know what that means.
More banter topics?
Perfect time for another banter. Yeah. banter
Yeah, there you
topic.
go.
Jesse and James, Zach, hit it.
Okay, so the Jesse and James topic has been touched upon, like, oh, what the fuck? Find the sky and melodica that lies hidden in the inner reaches of the sky stairway? Straight up, have never seen this before.
Let's go.
That's freaking cool. This special mission was assigned to you for secret rank. Yes, I'll take that. Are you kidding? That's incredible. All right. Yeah. So my thing was just, what is the deal with Jesse and James? Because it's like, because I was reading a bunch of stuff on Twitter where people were asking the question. So it's like, so are they dating or are they just like really good friends? Because obviously the show would imply that they're very good friends, and I kind of want them to just be friends, like no more, no
Yeah.
less.
James is gay.
Well, isn't he bi?
I don't know.
Don't they imply
Oh
that?
yeah, he
because,
is bi. You're right.
Because he
Because
come,
of Jezebel.
yeah, about to say, because like over the course of the entire show, he's come on to both men and women.
Yes.
So,
James
James,
is
the
bi,
queer
normally.
icon, but
Yes.
I don't know, like what? Because obviously I am familiar with their relationship in the sense that, oh, I believe by opening this, it just gives us the location to the sky stairway, the sky melodica. Yeah, sky stairway, let's go. It's self-deleting. Dude, we're fucking James Bond, but a Pokemon now.
Noise.
So yeah, I don't know, like what, like I don't know. I guess the point of this topic is just how, like, what are your guys' perception of Jesse and James, and also what do you think their dealio is as like people? Because it's I almost like Jesse and James more than I like any other team of characters in the whole show. And I don't know, maybe that's because they've been around for so long, but yeah.
I mean, I like to think that they were just like assigned to each other, like partners, which I think is actually true.
Which is actually
And
canonical,
then,
yes, yeah.
yeah, and then they just became really good friends and like buddies for life.
which
very nice.
which is so fascinating to me, just as like a concept of like this is a Ditto. How did I know that? Because it was Misdreavus that wasn't using its ability to walk through walls. I'm so clever.
Lawrence, do you know Jesse and James?
They're the classic Team Rocket guys, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was about to hit you with the image
With
of
the lore. But
Well,
it's,
I mean,
I
I
don't.
don't know.
not the lore. With this.
I was talking about Pokemon and Lawrence.
Oh,
Also
nah,
fair.
I got you this time.
You got me. You're right.
This one time, I only know their faces though. I don't know
Alright,
anything
Saba
about
says,
them.
I ship them in the future world of Pokemon. Like, I feel like in the anime, they are more focused on their goals than their relationships. I almost feel like their relationship is their goals. Or sorry, the other way around. Wait, no, I was correct. Yes, sorry, their relationship is their goals. Like, that's why they're friends. Like, I don't know. Like, not that Pokemon would ever touch upon this, like, idea, because it's not really that entertaining for a children's cartoon. But I think it'd be really interesting if we saw, like, an arc where Hello, Steelix.
Ooh, that's a big
A
boy.
pile of gold just turned into a Steelix. I think it'd be really interesting to see an arc where Jesse and James actually succeed, and they do get all the money that they could ever want from Team Rocket, and they can just like retire and just see like what happens to them. You know, like not necessarily that they catch Pikachu or whatever, but more along the lines of they find like a Victini or something, like that equivalent of like a super rare Pokemon, and they hand it over to their boss, and they get like a huge bonus, and they just get to retire. I would like to see what happens after that. I wonder if they would actually just part ways, or if they would like stick around, because it's like, well, what else are we gonna do?
No, I bet they're homies for life.
I hope so. I know that they did that did something akin to this recently in the new series. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's like Pokemon Go or Pokemon Let's Go maybe. But anyway, they did a thing.
Sucks.
Sorry?
I just said show kind of sucks.
Yeah, but they did a thing recently where Ash's Infernape came back, because like obviously Ash picks up and drops off Pokemon like nobody's business, because they constantly need to be updating for the new game. But it's just funny to think about, you know, of like, I would like there to be a Pokemon, I don't know, maybe there already is, but I'd like there to be a Pokemon movie where every one of the main characters has all their Pokemon come back.
Ash has so many fucking Pokemon.
Like numerically and in variety, yes. And it's just like, I think that'd be really fun.
He has so many Tauros.
I think that'd be a lot of fun.
That would be cool. Also, a side note, fucking Sasquatch did a cover of Maneater with John Oates.
Who's John Oates?
Fuck off, really?
Hall and Oates.
Oh,
Daryl
you
Hall and
did.
John Oates. The most successful 80s duo.
I'm about to say, when you say the second name, I'm like, oh, okay, I know who that is.
Oh,
Well, yeah.
hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, like what the fuck? I had no idea about this. I was just looking through
Sasquatch.
Sasquatch. I love Sasquatch. I've been watching their stuff for a while. But yeah, fucking crazy. Because also I haven't heard from John Oates. I wasn't sure what he was doing. Daryl Hall still has his show, so it's really good.
I'm getting real
I'm
sick
in
of
love with
Adrian's
this video.
shit. Getting real sick of Adrian's shit, you know.
Real sick of Adrian's shit.
What the fuck? They got an animated segment here?
Sasquatch.
Back squatch. Hell yeah, dude.
Sorry, Saba, I'm not going to be able to play the video, so you're just going to have to go into the Discord and open it.
Sasquatch is so good.
I believe you.
Good. If I were to go back in time, and we had to do like one of those like senior, what do you call them? Like senior pranks.
It'd be
Sack
you do
squatch.
sack squatch.
Sack squatch.
That'd be so good.
I would be so into that.
Do you still have your saxophone?
No.
Dang.
Throughout my 8-year career on playing the saxophone, it was rented.
Wait, what? Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, I remember this because I wanted you and Dave to go against each other.
Yeah, I was
That
like,
one
fuck
night we were
yeah, if
hanging out.
only I
I
had my
remember that.
saxophone.
Yeah, because Dave was like, "Yeah, I have mine at home."
I was like, shit. He's only got one up over me.
Damn.
Yeah.
I wanted a sax battle between you and Dave.
Ooh, that would have been so good.
A sax off.
A sax off.
I wanted you and Dave to have sacks.
Dude, absolutely.
Oh,
Hey Grant, slight tangent, but coming off the jazz topic, or like springboarding off the jazz topic. Do you remember that there was like that brief period of time after Pentakill was super huge in the League of Legends like community?
when they tried to do a jazz one, or were thinking of
They
doing
were
a
thinking
jazz
about
one?
doing one, and it was going to be the Jazz Squad. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Because I only remember one of the characters, because they did say that it was going to have like a full team of 5, and
Right.
the only one I remember was the pun Jax on sax. And it was Jax and it was Jax where his improvised weapon was a saxophone that he beat people to death with.
That's hilarious.
I still think that they should do that, but obviously they're too busy doing Anime
Yeah.
Boys. Who do you think, like, because once again, I don't know if this like ostracizes Lawrence at all, but who do you think the other? Oh, look, it's Saba again. Who do you
remember
think
who it
the
was.
other members of the Jazz Squad should be?
Should be. Do they all have to be puns?
No, I don't think so, but I do
Oh.
believe
I think you get bonus
they
points if
did
you
say
find
that
puns.
I do believe that they did say
You
that
get
the
bonus points.
naming convention would be blank on blank, right?
Blank on blank.
So you could do like Ari on Mike, which I guess she already has like 6
Oh.
skins that do that.
She has like 50 skins that are hers.
Well, it's not her fault. She's hot. All right. Listen, it's not against the Runeterra terms of service to be hot.
I think Gragas would be good, but I don't know what he'd be. I don't know, bass, drums.
Gragas on
I was
bass.
thinking
Sure,
drums.
that sounds kind of neat
Gragas on
actually.
bass.
Who's gonna be on the trumpet?
Fiddlesticks.
Mundo.
Mundo.
Well, because Fiddlesticks already has a banjo skin, right? Am I wrong about that?
Does he?
I thought he did.
I
I
don't
thought
know.
he has a skin where his recall has an animation where he like sits down and plays the banjo.
I have no idea.
I could have sworn he did. Oh, I'm also asleep now.
Swamp.
Oh, look, Adrian's gonna... Oh, never mind. I woke up, so I get to save Adrian's life for the 8th time. Man, for being the most, like, maybe possibly the most visually impressive person on our team, Adrian sure does die a lot. I guess that's what happens for only having 12 more HP than a tiny fox.
Sad.
Unfortunate.
Steven Seagal.
Excuse you?
Yeah, just Steven Seagal. Did you know he was
Steven
like he
Seagal.
was a musician, jazz musician?
No.
Yeah, he's not good.
He's not good.
He plays drums or something. I don't know. Steven Seagal is a man.
He is a
Actually,
man.
I don't even know if he is. He might be an alien.
He might be an alien. I see
believe
you
it.
also watched the JonTron video.
I mean, that was a while ago, but yeah.
Oh, that's what it was. I was supposed to eat, right? Yeah.
I was supposed to eat food.
I opened up my inventory and then forgot what I was supposed to do, so I just gave Adrian an orange berry and told him to wait to call me in the morning. Oh, look, it's me in the future.
Oh, hey.
Future Zach.
Future Zach.
No.
Oh.
It was
There-
your clone. It was your evil clone
It
trying
was
to
my
kill
evil
you, Zach.
clone.
Didn't use that that code word you use for your future self or for past self.
Ooh.
Well, it's a clone, not like my future doppelganger or whatever. Paradox version. So given the naming convention that I established in my like pseudo script for Hat in Time 2, wouldn't it be Parazak?
Parazak. Yes.
Because it's a paradox Zach, a Parazak.
Paradox and Parazak. I think that was the naming convention. Yes.
God, that was such a good idea. All right. So another thing, because I kind of mentioned it before, but I wanted to talk about it again just because it's something that I enjoy talking about. We kind of briefly spoke about like shinies in Pokemon, and I was saying how I find most shinies to be extremely disappointing because they're basically just the Pokemon, but either green or a slightly different color.
Ponyta's cool.
What about Espeon?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, there are 800 something Pokemon. I am Oh, hello, Spiritomb. There are 800 something Pokemon. I believe I could count on my hands and toes the number of shinies that are actually worth a damn.
I really like Ponyta's
Yeah.
shiny.
Yeah, Grant just said that too.
Oh.
So no, but and I don't know if that's necessarily the topic that I wanted to talk about, because the one I actually wanted to talk about was how shinies work in Temtem. Because I believe I started talking about this before, and I might have already like given like Grant the full extensive thing, but I was just gonna summarize it really briefly, because it has changed slightly, not by much, but it's changed enough to be, interesting still. They have 3 variations of shinies, essentially. They have... I'm trying to remember exactly how the system works. They have variants, which are just the Pokemon, but with like a different color scheme, but it still like makes sense in the world. Then they have like actual shinies, where it's like weird psychedelic colors. Just like it's like a Temtem that's normally like blue and green is now like red and purple for some reason, and it's like, oh, that's like really neat. And then by breeding those together, you have a chance of getting monochrome, I think, where the Temtem is just black and white, like they're from an old cartoon. And then the rarest of all of them is chromatic, where the Temtem, all the different like color locations on their body are cycling through colors like a rainbow. And I'm like, dude, that's the coolest shit. I think that's really neat.
That sounds pretty cool.
I'll have to like find GIFs of it later. Anywho, that's the topic. We're done now.
God,
No one has anything to say, which is fine.
Well,
Which is fine.
I'm
like
so
I said,
enamored with Back Squatch. I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't particularly care for just skin change. I like the ones where it actually sometimes well, I will use Ponyta as like an example, right? Because the main part of Ponyta's body is still the same, but just the color of the flames are different, which I think that's interesting, because it's not just a skin change. The intent is like the flame is more rare or something like that. I like
yeah,
stuff.
that makes sense.
Yeah, so I think something like that is cool, but obviously you can't. It's just there's too many of them, and it's hard to do that for.
I still argue that and I'm not saying that you're stupid for making that statement. I'm saying I still think that is a stupid argument to make, because once again, it's the largest and most successful franchise in the world. There is literally no limit to what they should be able to do. It's just whether or
When
not
did
they
they start
allocate.
making shinies?
Shinies were introduced in Gen 2.
Okay, so I can't expect that maybe still by that gen they may. I don't know. When do you think Pokemon knew it was gonna become
Gen 1?
everything?
Literally? Because Gen 1 sold, broke records within like a month of it being released in the US. Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know. It's a weird middle ground, because I'm not necessarily saying that Game Freak should be you know, doing literally everything every fan has ever wanted, but they definitely should be doing more than they are now in terms of like hiring more people and getting like actual good visuals in the game and stuff. But I remember there was a proposition, and this was something that they were thinking about putting into Gen 4 actually before they dropped it. They were gonna have it so that Pokemon would have slight variants to their sprites, because obviously Gen 4 still had sprites. They would have slight variants to their sprites based on which of their 6 stats was the one that naturally grew the fastest, which I think is really neat. So like if you had I believe like one of the mock-ups that a fan did was like if you had like a Bulbasaur whose special defense was was it special defense? Yeah, was the one that did the highest. The Bulbasaur would have like larger spots on its body. Or like if it had like higher HP than normal, it would be like fatter.
I think that would be fun.
I think that'd be really cool. It gives like more unique stuff for your Pokemon to have, and it allows you to like personalize your team more.
Yeah.
I think that'd be neat, because then you can not only just pick based on like, you know, oh, this Pokemon looks cool, but now you can be like, this variant of this Pokemon looks cool.
Though I feel like I would spend forever just trying to find the perfect Pokemon.
Sure, and to
like,
be
I would
fair,
literally spend forever.
Right, but to be fair, that's what you should be doing in Pokemon anyway. Right?
But it's,
like,
no, but it's torturous having to spend like one area just cycling until you eventually find the perfect one. It's like hell. I'm like, I'm not
right,
even
but the
playing the
difference
anymore.
is it's kind of like shinies, right? Where like, and obviously shinies are like a nightmare, but it would be kind of like shinies where every single Pokemon would have one of these like 6 variants, right? And you would know immediately upon walking into battle which one it was.
I mean, it would be nice. It would definitely be nice to know what's different as well. Yeah.
I think that'd be really neat. I would very much like that. I want more customization in my Pokemon games, and not just like fashion. Although the fashion stuff that they added in Gen 6 is pretty cool.
Too bad they're a small indie company and they don't have the budget to do that.
Yeah, too bad.
True.
Listen, our profit margin is only 18 billion %. We can't afford to make the games look good.
All right. See, the only thing that would
listen.
be
The games
acceptable
look
is 1
good in
trillion.
screenshots. That's all that matters. All right.
Yeah. Our profit has to be 1 trillion higher, before we can even spend a little
You
bit.
need to hit those 9 digits.
9-digit profit margins.
9 digits. Holy shit.
And if we aren't hitting those, game
You're
over.
all fired.
Oh my god.
I don't know. It was funny because I brought it up to Grant as well, but in one of the most recent Game Grumps episodes, they're playing Zelda Link's Awakening, and it's a good game, it's fun, but there was a part where Aaron just goes on like a fucking tirade, screaming and hollering about how it doesn't make any sense why Pokemon games still don't look good after like 25 years. And it's like, and he was like he, even in his argument, he was like, the closest they ever got to the games looking good was Gen 4, and then they immediately fucked it up with Gen 5, where all the sprites are just like sliding around and stuff. And I was like, I kind of feel it. Shame. Dude, funny enough, I actually need more apples because I have none left in storage and I just keep eating too many. I'm hungry.
What about the perfect apples?
The only thing that you lose for doing or for going hungry is that you obviously don't naturally regenerate health anymore, and every 2 steps you lose 1 health.
Yikes.
Yeah. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I did not anticipate this dungeon being this long.
Like I thought without food, the not regenerating makes sense, but the decreasing of health too, I mean, like,
it's like
logically
stomach
it makes
pains,
sense,
right,
but-
I guess?
Yeah, but I was like, dang, that makes things really, really hard.
Well, right. That's why you have to make sure you're picking up food along the way or bringing it with you. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but there has been literally no food items, like no apples or anything.
This place is a freezing cavern. What did you expect?
I mean, actually, it's a pillar of clouds in the sky.
Who?
Who? Is there a
You must
quiz at the
survive
top?
on the dew of existence of life. What did they say in Kung Fu Panda? I don't remember.
The
but
do on YouTube?
The dew of a
The
single
famous
ginkgo
guitarist?
leaf.
Ooh.
an essence of the universe.
And the essence of the universe. Thank you, Master
go.
Shifu. Which I believe, if you translate Shifu, it literally just means master.
Yeah.
So he's master,
Thank
master.
you, Master.
Thank you.
She's dead.
No!
No, it wasn't me. It was an imposter. That's the evil clone, Zach. It's a ditto.
This is the evil
There's an
clone.
imposter among us.
Amogus.
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 Alright.
Next banter
If you're
topic.
Color
evil
rarities.
clone. If you're
Oh
evil
God!
clone.
I mean, we do have an hour. It was a,
We
it was
do,
a,
but
it was a really
man.
it was a really fun conversation. So we could have it here. I believe I don't know. Did I bring this up? Why did I just put Lawrence there? Am I an idiot? There we go. Now he's dead. I'm sorry, Lawrence. I didn't mean to put you directly in the line of fire of an electric type.
Man, that hurt.
It really did. Look at your health. You lost 100 and something health in a single hit.
Therefore, I'm gonna eat all your food.
No, Lawrence. So yeah, I don't know. Grant, do you want to lead the conversation on color rarity since I've been leading a lot of
Sure.
conversations?
I mean, it does say, or please ask Grant for the specifics because I'm hyped up on caffeine at the moment.
Okay, Grant. What
So
are the
Zach and I, Zach and I were talking about because Zach proposed the idea of how colors are assigned to a certain type of rarity of item within games.
Mhm.
So we were thinking of like, what would you regard as like the lowest and highest, and then work from there, you know?
Yeah, because
Oh.
that was
what-
something that was actually really interesting when Grant and I were talking. Was that we pretty much agreed on the lowest, which obviously will let you guys determine what you guys think the lowest color rarity would be. But then we could
Yeah.
not agree on the highest.
Yes.
All right. So this
Okay.
is, I'm assuming, like you're playing an RPG. You pick up an item and it's some color.
Yeah. and
Right,
it's a
but I do
color.
want to
Like an-
say it could be literally any color. It doesn't just have to be like
Yeah,
the 7
'cause-
colors of the rainbow.
I
That's
feel
what
like
I thought at first.
I feel like I have like somewhat of a logical answer, but I will let Lawrence go first because I talk too much.
So,
So
what do you
so
think
lowest-
is the lowest?
Does gray count? Or black and white or
Yes.
whatever?
We
Yeah,
also
okay.
said gray. Yeah.
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 Gray is a boring color.
You got an apple.
The people can argue that's not even a color. But highest
I mean, it's clearly a
Um,
color.
yellow or
Gray's
orange. Somewhere in
Oh,
that
I
spectrum.
The
have something
rarest
else
being
to-
yellow orange because of its association with like gold.
Yeah.
Okay, sure, that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay, well besides gray, because I know like I'm thinking in terms of game terminology and stuff. I would say like either red or green because red or green is probably one of the colors that actually appears most often
For the
within the
lowest.
environment.
For the
the
lowest, or
lowest?
highest?
For the lowest.
Ah.
So you're
Really?
saying
Right.
red or green below gray?
Well, gray I don't even like think about.
So
Like
gray's
it's not even in my
your
radar,
thing.
gray.
Yeah. Okay.
Because like I said,
mean,
my
okay.
mind is in like an RPG, right? So like health bar, usually like environment is heavily green and stuff. So I was like, it feels common in a way.
I mean,
Um,
sure. There's a lot of greenery in the world. I guess that makes sense.
And then for me, I think this, and maybe I'm just referencing Link somehow. I have no clue, but like a sky
Would-
blue, like a pale,
Ooh.
For the highest?
kind of, yeah. It's like almost in a natural blue.
Why?
Okay.
I don't
respect
know.
your decision. I will fight you for it. But
I will
respect
say
your
I
decision.
do believe I need to report you to the authorities, but I respect your decision.
Like I think gold is like makes sense. I feel like the light blue for some reason is just keeping in my head as being weird. Like
So
almost
it's
like a
high,
legend,
or-
like almost like a legendary item, right? Maybe it's like almost
Is
like the
light
colors of
blue?
like heavenly. like heavenly, like it's usually like a
You
white.
think heavenly
and,
is light blue?
You know what else is heavenly? Gold.
I was gonna
True,
say
that's
gold and
nice.
white, right? Would be what I would associate with being
Well-
heavenly. Alabaster and
the
gold. That's literally what the gates of heaven are made of.
Well,
It's
yeah,
also
and I
what
can agree
the
that,
cookie
but I would
cheese
include blue.
is made out of.
Did you say what Jesus is made out of?
Jesus is also made out of that. That was his special superpower. But I said the Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese is made of alabaster and gold. That's really good, actually.
I'm not talking about the building. I'm talking about their pizza.
Oh my god, no wonder it's so expensive. Nah, so I guess, I don't know, Grant might have different methodology, because I know we kind of had two different answers, not really, but I said gray. Like, Grant and I both eventually agreed on gray, because gray almost feels like it's depleted, right? Like, it feels like it used to have color, and then it no longer does, which in my mind means that it's, like, valueless, i.e. the most common. Right? I'm also getting this almost directly from Diablo. Because in Diablo, the common items that you pick up that you're supposed to literally just sell for pennies are gray.
Sure.
And then Grant made the interesting proposition of what about brown, right? And brown is an interesting one to consider. Almost purely because, in my mind, when I think of brown, obviously I think of like dirt and literal feces and stuff like that. But if I think about it being the color of like the name of an item, it almost feels like that item is broken for some reason. Like the durability of the item hit 0. No, not copper, because copper is like shiny.
No, I said chocolate.
Oh, chocolate. Oh, I was wondering what happened to Saba for a second. I didn't realize that she dug. Chocolate! But yeah, so... Like, I don't know. That's what I thought of when I thought of the color brown, I guess. Was just like an item that is broken.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
Let me swap that since it's dirty anyway.
I also didn't choose purple because of remember the video I showed you, Zach, about like purple is like corruption?
Purple is corruption, but then purple is also naturally one of the rarest
Evil.
colors, so there's that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I guess
why
we
a
can.
Vulpix is in the sky. Sorry, real fast.
I
There's
think
like a freaking
True.
Gengar and Togekiss.
well
and then there's just a Vulpix?
because Ninetales shows up in this dungeon too. And why is
Because
Ninetales
launched
in the
himself.
sky? I have no idea, but it is.
But even like Togekiss is like a really high up there Pokemon, and I'm just like, oh, you see a tiny Vulpix. I'm like, dude, this is weird.
Well,
It's because they launched themselves in the air like a rocket by using flamethrower on the ground.
true.
Yes.
True.
Yes.
So yeah, I guess starting with Lawrence, we'll just go in the same pattern again. What do you think the rarest color is? And I'm here to say that my answer is going to be pretty, like, people, like, you guys might be upset with my answer.
Wait,
Lawrence already said his rarest.
I thought, yeah.
Wait, did you already? Oh, you said your rarest was
Yeah,
like
he said-
yellow or gold, right? Yeah,
Yellow,
never mind.
orange,
Sorry.
near the top,
Yeah.
All right. And then
you
Saba
answered
said
that.
red. No, Saba said red and green was the most common, but then the rarest was light blue, which is baffling,
Yes.
but makes sense. Okay, got it.
Let me find a
So,
sky blue.
Grant, what did we say? Because we didn't agree. So what was your answer?
I said gold.
Gold.
For the highest.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So legendary. So my answer
Coming.
forks on its reference, right? So once again, I'm going to refer to Diablo. And in Diablo, in Diablo 2, the numerically rarest items you can possibly find in the game are gold names. Because it's a legendary item, or sorry, it's a rare item, which is a yellow, but then it gets the legendary modifier applied to it, so it gets like a special like generated name. It's the algorithm that's used to generate it is extremely complicated, so you're probably going to be the only person to have ever got that item, and it takes literally all the stats of the item and just multiplies them by 4. So it just becomes like an unbelievably godlike item just by being gold, right? So that's like one. So that's like one part of my answer, and then the other part of my answer is that I'm also thinking of like turn-based JRPGs. Some of them, like, and not even just JRPGs, but also like MMOs. Like Final Fantasy XIV, I know does this, where some of the rarest items in the game are rainbow.
Rainbow.
Yeah,
I've seen
where
stuff
where
like
the
that.
idea is that like by combining all colors, it somehow transcends the responsibilities of all colors and just becomes something completely new.
Everything. You combine all the colors, you get black.
Well, listen, if you combine all the colors but in a funky way,
Oh,
they turn.
is it additive or subtractive, Lawrence? Because one is black and then one is white.
Well,
Color
Well.
theory. Haha.
Oh.
I'm thinking additive, so black.
Okay.
like it's paint, dude. This dungeon is fucking 40 floors deep. I didn't.
my
It was.
God.
It's
How
a special
long have
ass
you been here?
mission.
I know it's a special ass mission, but Jesus Christ.
And it's a special ass mission.
No.
Whose ass are you gonna kick?
I don't know. I hope it's Rayquaza at the top. That'd be fucking sick.
Oh my
I'm about to say,
God.
I don't even remember why you're here.
Yeah, so we got a special mission from a muck that was just hanging out in the bar, and he was like, hey, we need you to go to the top of this tower to pick up a music box. And I was like, okay.
Ow.
It's a melodica.
It's a melodica, which is like a harmonica, but
Togekiss!
worse. Goodbye, Togekiss. I hate your design.
Very
Sad.
Sad. I agree. His design is very sad. So yeah, I don't know. Though, like that in my mind, that's what the
Oh,
like.
was that an apple? The red?
No,
Oh,
it was a
brown.
rock actually.
Oh. It's confused.
Hello,
Get out of there quick.
Hello, Mario. So it's like in my mind, like obviously this is just like off the top of my head. If I were to go like from rainbow being the rarest and then go down from there, I would almost say that like also not a color, but like if I was designing a game and I wanted shit to
Red.
be really intense, I would make
Red.
the name in static. Like TV static.
The fuck up.
Like I said, that's not like I said, that's not a color. But like if I
Get
really
the
wanted,
fuck out of here.
but if I wanted a player to be like, what the fuck is that? I would do that.
What the fuck?
I'm just thinking about it because I agree. Like gold would be like gold would be the rarest of like the common items, and then I would have all this fucking esoteric bullshit for like stuff that's rarer.
But this is the actually rare. But this is the actually super rare. But
Yes!
this is the ultra rare.
Graham, why are you reading off
Fuck
my
off.
design documents?
I know.
It's like the ranking system and stuff. It's like you have the S rank, you have the SSS
Oh no,
rank,
Grant!
and the SSS rank.
Grant, she did it! She activated my trap card.
Next banter topic: grading
Oh, no.
systems.
So allow me to give
Zach
a
and
little
I-
bit of a history lesson because Grant and I also talked about this. We kind of just like immediately pivoted from one topic to the other, and I will say that the history of like how grading systems came to be is extremely fascinating to me. Here, let me eat this. Hopefully there's actually another floor and it's not just like the treasure room because that'd be really frustrating. But anyway, so everybody is familiar with the classic American system of F, D, C, B, A, and then you add on the Japanese S, right? So, Grant, if you wouldn't mind opening up the conversation that you and I had, what was the original, like, 4-letter system that the U.S. used to use prior to, like, World War II?
It was like ES. Hold on, let me find
It was
Yes, I heard E, and that's not right.
it was excellent, satisfactory, unsatisfactory,
Oh, I
and
found it.
Oh, yeah.
Insufficient. Oh wait, yeah. So excellent. Wait.
It was the
Shit,
4-letter
right.
system because the 5-letter system came after World War II.
Yeah. So hold on. Let me. this is us talking about. Why does it skip E? Why the hell does it start repeating S's? Like,
Yeah, I'm about to say I was getting really upset because it's like, why does it go F and then D? Why is there no E in between, right? And then why does the Japanese system start repeating S's?
Oh, he's huge.
ESNU. Excellent, satisfactory, needs improvement, unsatisfactory.
Right, there was no
ESNU.
failure.
Yeah, and well, and then you say, and then they added failure and mediocre.
Right, exactly. Well,
So it went excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was excellent, satisfactory, mediocre, insufficient, which they changed unsatisfactory to insufficient, and then failure.
And failure.
But people didn't understand how the rating system was supposed to be organized, because when you read it off as just
ESMIF.
yeah, like it doesn't make any sense because it's not alphabetical and it's not like, it doesn't really make any sense. So then they decided to change it where they kept F as failure because that just makes sense, and they changed the rest of it to be A, B, C, D, right? And it's like, okay, that kind of makes sense. Now, where did the Japanese S come from? So once again, oh, sorry.
I thought you were asking me.
Well, no, because I looked it up too.
Like cars or something.
Okay.
Well, so Saba's actually kind of beating me to the punch a little bit here, and she's mostly correct. So allow me to explain.
Beating you?
Saba is beating me every day. I keep reporting her to Child Protective Services.
Child Protective.
I am her child.
You're like this. Oh, my child. I thought you were like, this little kid is beating me up.
Oh, this little kid is beating me up. Where is her parent?
Parental Protective Services.
Parental Protective Services. All right, so yeah. So post World War II, where America started occupying Japan, Japan adopted the classic 5-letter system that the U.S. was using, right? But the problem was that in the prior Japanese system, all the grades were just using like Japanese characters, and there was one character that did not have a direct equivalent in the new system, and that was Shu, I believe. And Shu meant like exemplary. It meant that you deserved like special recognition for the grade that you got on whatever it was. So to Grant, I explained it as being kind of like, imagine if it was being declared valedictorian, but for like a test. You know what I mean? And needless to say, it was extremely rare because only the best of the best ever got that score ever. Ooh, that sleep might be important because I have no idea what the fuck this dungeon is anymore. I'm gonna hurl. So when they adopted the 5-letter system, they also just stuck an S on the end because S for Shu, right? And it's like, okay, that kind of makes sense. Then, with the globalization of the world after World War II, a lot of people in the U.S. like started becoming more and more enraptured with like Japanese culture, and when they saw that there was a grade above A, they didn't really understand what that meant, so everybody just assumed that S stood for special. And so people in like video games and movies and music and stuff like that started just using like S to represent like, oh, it just means like super special or whatever, blah blah blah.
Oh no, S is special, then SS is super special.
No. Allow me to get there. So originally S just meant special, right? As I just said. But then there was like a feedback loop kinda on like the purpose of what S meant, and in Japan it just became like, oh, this means like special, like its connection to the original Shu was kind of lost a little bit. Now, alternatively, there was also a thing that was done in Japanese schools, which was the literal, like, think of like when you used to play Angry Birds. Depending on like what score you got at the end of the level, it would give you like 1 star, 2 star, 3 stars. Schools and businesses would still do that. And post World War II, they still did that. Okay, oh my god. We're here.
We're actually done. Oh my gosh,
shit.
it's gonna happen.
Jesus Christ, that was a 50-floor dungeon. Are you shitting me? Oh my god, I was right!
You were totally right.
I had to kill her, and I think this might be canonically the same. However, I still hate it. Right. Anyway, let me do this boss fight, and then I'll continue with my stuff.
God,
With
what
the,
is he
where
gonna
the
say
S's
though?
come
What is
from.
he gonna say?
I am Rayquaza, the guardian of the sky stairway.
I didn't know he was a pirate too.
I am a sky pirate.
Arr, my treasure in the sky.
Sky pirate.
I can't believe it was actually Rayquaza.
Fucking
Dude, that was a
God.
50-floor dungeon just for this piece of shit. Are you kidding me?
You're going into the sky.
I know, but I didn't expect it to be like this.
Dude, you know what they could have done? They should have just slowly started making. Well, never mind. We're looking downward. So I was like, they could have started making it like the empty spots look like space.
Holy shit, that would be incredible, actually. Saba, that's a really good idea.
Would
Welcome
have
to
been really
Strike
cool.
Time.
Above like
Oh,
40,
boy.
level 45 or something. I don't know.
You know what I should do? I should. Oh no!
There he go.
No,
Hopefully he
so-
doesn't hit
like-
Adrian.
Someone
I
is
was like, this Zach, did you take-
someone is about to die because I can't because
Someone about to
unfortunately
catch
if I
this
move in
tail.
any direction everybody's gonna follow me.
Use agility.
No, you know what? Actually, tactics. Wait,
Avoid
wait
trouble.
here. No, wait here. I'm gonna straight up tell everybody to wait.
Watch.
Yeah.
This is the
Oh my
attack is gonna
God.
be in a row, and then it'll kill us all except for Zach.
Oh!
Oh, the move failed.
You like that?
You lucky
Dang.
son of a bitch.
I am the world's best. All right.
Fly only got like does whoever's in front of him.
Correct, yeah.
Move.
It does, yeah. All right, so thank goodness I picked up that sleep seed because once again, I did not really know that this was supposed to be a boss fight. Oh my god, am I really gonna have to do this by myself because no one's gonna walk up and help? Jesus. What do you mean double speed?
Where's Adrian going?
I don't know, he just walked away. He's a coward as always.
He's using all four of his arms to cheer you on from the distance.
That would.
Oh, he's dead.
Wow.
All right, bye.
And he's out of existence.
You killed him!
I killed
Once
Rayquaza.
murdered
Treasure box.
Rayquaza.
Wait, hold up.
You
One of
monster.
7 treasures?
Zach, there's this 7. Oh god.
Oh,
and Zach's
no.
never
Oh
seen
no.
this. That means we're gonna have to do this.
No, I must have seen this before because I'm assuming that this must be for. Ah, God, give me 1 second. I'm actually gonna look this up real quick. I'm gonna like look up like walkthrough and just make sure that I'm like doing this right. Because if I'm correct and I've never seen that before and I didn't just forget, that might not have been necessary.
Oh boy.
Explorers of Sky walkthrough.
I was gonna say, it's like, yeah, remember that time or that part where it gives you this entirely new map, like just as big as the other one, and it like triples the game length?
Sky Peak Stations, Miracle Seed. Oh no!
Oh no, it's something entirely new. Isn't
That
it?
was not necessary. Those are apparently one of 7 special missions that you get. Each special mission just has like a legendary Pokemon at the end of it. Every single one of them is a 50. Every single one of them is a 50-foot like deep dungeon with a boss at the end of it. They have to fight.
Well, I guess we only had to do it once. You know, we got to see Rayquaza. He was cool.
But now I want to know who's at the end of the other ones.
You want me to look it up?
No, give me 1 second. You want to go to what are the other? Ah, okay. Never mind. I know what we need to do next. I was right. Luckily, we did kind of make progress in the sense that we had to make a day pass, but unfortunately, it was a 50-floor dungeon that we did not need to do.
Oh,
I can't believe it. I can't believe it was actually Rayquaza at the top. All right. So anyway,
God.
concluding the thing about the Japanese grading system or whatever. A lot of businesses and schools used like the triple star system, and the thing was that when things started getting digitized and you had to put things in computers, they didn't want to make a like unique character for star because they already had asterisk. but they didn't want to make a unique character just for like this one esoteric star, so they used the letter S instead. So technically, if you see a rating system that only goes up to S, that means that it's special. If it goes up to double or triple S, that means the stars are actually, or that means the S's actually represent stars, and it's 1, 2, or 3 stars.
Unless you're Devil May Cry.
Unless you'll Devil May Cry, and then it stands for super sexy style, correct?
I thought it was super smoking sexy.
I'm pretty sure with
hot,
sure with DMC5 it's super sexy style or something.
Probably.
Oh wait, that's pretty hot.
That's pretty hot. Ha 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 ha. But yeah. So that's the whole shebang. So that's the history
Fun
lesson.
stuff.
That's the history lesson that comes from all of this. And so the actual the Sky Melodica is it promotes recruitment.
Oh, it's recruitment.
Oh, I hit B. Oh, I hit B. Wait, so is this like something you're supposed to give to somebody?
Trash.
Rumored to steal flighty hearts. When held by the team leader, it makes it easier to recruit flying type Pokemon. Oh, so I can use this, go back to Sky Peak and get Rayquaza.
No.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I'm not gonna do that, but I could. So anyway, back on to like what the actual topic was about. What do you guys think if you got to design your own rating system, what would it be? Like your own like letter grade system for like a video game or something.
I think S is pretty cool. You know,
Just start with one S. That's the lowest rank, and add more S's. as you keep
it
going.
just goes from 1 S to like 10 S's. That's actually really funny.
And then you just say S plus.
When you loop around.
Yeah, that's your. How do you loop around?
I don't know. I feel like I've been so indoctrinated with like ABC or whatever.
That was my answer.
Yeah, I feel like from like my grading and like everything, I feel like I can't think of anything else.
Mine would be A, B, C, D, F, and S, but it would be in wingdings.
Yep, makes sense.
Oh god, I have hiccups. I got so excited that I got hiccups.
What about like a rating system, but instead of it being like a rating, it was like a metamorphosis or something. Like you started off as like a caterpillar, and then like your final like butterfly was like S.
Like, depending on how you do it, show you like a butterfly or some shit.
It's like how you were saying like wingdings. Imagine if it was like an image that shifted. Like you don't add anything, but it shifts.
Oh, that'd be kind of neat.
What if the rating system were just musical notes? Like, yeah, that's an A sharp.
Oh yes.
No one would ever understand.
You say the half note and then the full note and then the 16th note and then.
Yeah. It would be
I
confusing.
like
Brown note. Oh no.
I like music. I enjoy, and then, well, I don't know. Would you include rests in that, Lauren?
Include rests.
Rest. Man, this shit was slept on.
Yo, dude, we could go to the World Abyss and get the rock horn.
Ooh.
I assume that's for
Oh,
Groudon.
no.
Wait, no, we already fought Groudon.
Well, no, we didn't. Remember, we fought
We
fake
fought the
Groudon.
illusion
Oh,
of
we fought
Groudon.
fake
Groudon.
Groudon. Yeah, we
Yeah.
fought Mesprit's stand or whatever.
Desperate stand.
Yeah,
Yes.
old time rock and roll.
It's a very good name.
We can now go to the World Abyss, which is literally just a hole.
Fantastic.
All right. Because Grant, I don't know, Grant, Saba, you both said that you would just probably keep like the system, maybe add an S to it, which is fine. I think that's
Yeah.
totally
I mean,
fine.
I also suggested like picture as well.
No, right, right.
Yeah,
And you were like showing like a metamorphosis of one thing to the next. Oh god, I still have hiccups. It might be a little self-aggrandizing, but I do actually have a system that I use in my own personal work that adds.
Is D the highest, like Dragon Ball?
Listen, it's not because my name has Z. All right, it's not like that's not the case.
And it's not because my name starts with an S that I like S, huh?
Well, listen,
it's
you're
not because- wait,
shallow.
sure.
I have standards.
Oh my god.
You're all the way at the end of the alphabet, Zach. No one needs the Z.
Excuse you. You want to try that again? But yeah. So like in the system that I use, Z is above S because in my mind Z is just like a cooler S. It's just
That's what Dragon Ball does.
Right? So I'm validated by one of my least favorite pieces of media. Hello, do you have anything to say? No? Okay. The thing that I was going to say was that, in addition to that, so you guys know how in Blackjack, the ace is simultaneously the highest and lowest card value?
Yes.
It is both a 1 and an 11, depending on what it's paired with. In the system that I use to like help delineate like the representation of like power in some of the games that I design, I use X to represent that like it could be the worst or the best. It is both. It just depends on the situation, right? And then I have a third letter, which is Q, which means that it's not on the chart at all. I have no idea where the fuck it belongs on the chart.
Q's are quitters.
Quitters.
What? Why did I come back to my base? What am I doing?
We've lost.
Cool.
Scoozy.
Because cool.
Because we're cool. All right, we're going to the Midnight Forest.
All right.
How would you feel if you had a rating system that was basically just the opposite of what currently is in place?
Where S was the lowest, but F was the highest.
Yeah. How would you feel?
You could probably do that in you know the Rockstar game Bully.
Yeah.
You could probably do that in like a Bully sequel because like one of the like the things in Bully was that you're supposed to be like a bad student who like doesn't give a shit about his classes. You could do that and say that like, oh, you passed that mission with an F. Congratulations.
You did good. Fuck you. You got an A.
You loser getting an A.
Cool, thanks.
By the way, and just to go back a little bit to the color rating, I saw this one guy I found on YouTube. He was talking about this one color that I think we should listen to.
Oh, dude, that's my favorite color.
Oh my god.
That guy has good. That guy has good taste.
It doesn't exist.
What are you talking about? What do you mean it doesn't exist? You can see it right there in the thumbnail.
No.
The guy was nice enough to put it in the fucking thumbnail, dude.
Yeah.
There it
Wrong.
is. It's Gred.
Gred, my favorite color.
And if you don't like red,
I think I saw this video. He has like a whole list of other colors that you might like more.
yeah. Let me share this fucking list.
You know what? I might have something even better.
Please no. No. Dude, let's get this bread.
Bleen. Neil Breen.
Neil Bleen.
Neil Bleen.
Personally,
so
personally,
close to-
obviously, my favorite color is Gred, but I am also very fond of Grello.
I like how these words or these quote unquote names are close to actual words. So like, let's get this bread. I feel a sense of Gred.
I feel a sense of
Gred.
We're feeling kind of Grello.
Broke my Bleen.
and
when you have a
shout in
Scooby,
Blello.
no, when you're impersonating Scooby and you're like Rello.
Rello.
Yeah, those
When
were
I
close.
have a friend or somebody that I have tremendous respect for, I say like, oh, that's a good Blello.
Blello.
I should show it on stream, I guess.
You have a stroke when you're saying.
No, I'm still hiccuping.
Alrighty. Next banter topic?
Let's all forget about that. We're not thinking about it anymore.
We
I wanna
are.
save this one-
Yes.
I want to save this one for Adrian though, because I really want him to be here.
All right.
We're all saying now, or what the hell is Grant talking about? Lawrence, did you want to bring yours up? We talked about it
Yes.
yesterday, but
Yeah,
Saba was
everyone
there.
except Saba was talking about it yesterday. Because this
Yeah.
happened like about an hour after our meeting for your
Oh, I
game.
saw you guys are hanging out. I was just like,
Yeah.
I'm eating. I can't.
Yeah, we were just playing Minute, and then it's
And then we finished it like within half an hour.
finish minute to win it
Minute to win it, yes.
with Guy Fieri.
Yeah. But I guess to add something new, I just want to talk about a little bit of where this banter topic came from. Over the next week, there's another art contest from the same game developers. We know they're the ones that made
Oh.
Genshin Impact.
Yeah.
This is the smallest art competition they have currently, or like so far, because we only have like 2 weeks to make a sticker-sized artwork of a character. So very small.
Like those like chibi
mostly-
like sticker.
Yeah.
Like body.
Yeah, one of those. It's very very simple,
Mhm.
and I think it's just to get more people into the contest
So they can sell merch.
so they can sell merch without paying the artist. Well, there's some rewards, but rewards aren't even that good. But still an art contest. So, but either way, I was excited because yay, more art contest. I can compete some more.
I thought you said gay. More art contests.
Gay.
Yay!
Gay canon.
But but as usual, they're going to choose which one they like best, and that's who's gonna win. I'm like, all right, that's pretty normal.
And
but,
Sir Grapho is gonna win.
Sir Graphos, god damn it. But the thing that really annoys me right now is that this time their choice is gonna depend a little bit, not all the way, but it'll depend a little bit on how many likes your post gets.
Oh no.
So literally anybody who's
Just-
not like a famous artist should just fuck off.
Yeah, so most people just lost already before the contest even began.
That's
I wonder if they would take like popularity into consideration though.
No, yeah, that's
why?
exactly
Why?
what
But
they're doing.
why
No,
would?
no,
I'm about to
no,
say they
sorry.
are, and why?
I guess-
Why wouldn't they
guess
want to
I'm
promote
saying-
that, right?
Sorry, I should say that popularity of like the reputation of the person.
Right, but
Yes.
right, but wouldn't
They
they
are.
want that person more? Right,
Sure,
because
I
because
mean,
that
it
individual
logically
because that
makes sense,
individual
yeah.
actually gives them like exposure.
Tis true, because I was saying, like, well, maybe they could have tried to be like, okay, we know you have a reputation, so, like, we're gonna shirk off at least, like, 20,000 of those likes because those are you're just fans. But it's like, you're right, because technically the more well-known they are, the better the recognition for the company itself would be, so I was like, yeah, I don't think they would be fair enough to do that.
But that's dumb for everyone competing.
Right,
That's
but
the-
Yes.
that's the game of
right, but
favoritism.
go fuck yourself.
Is it
You don't
okay
have
that
clout.
Minun?
No,
It's
this is
like-
very bad. Mine is gonna plow through a bunch of our reviver seeds because he just so happened to teleport right next to a bunch of enemies that are going to kill him.
He's gonna die.
And he's also
He's
just
right where
wandering
the
around in
stairs are.
circles. I know he's right where the stairs are, which is why I'm now here, but he's gonna die again. Never mind. Come on.
He's
Come on.
alive.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
He's gonna live.
Great. Fantastic.
He's dead.
Ooh,
Whatever.
no.
We're out of here.
But yeah, I the point of the thing is that favoritism. Oh, what was that exactly? I said favoritism and exposure go hand in hand because now these the
Dude, come on.
community favorite
Saba.
artists,
Jesus Christ. Thank you. Jesus.
I don't know
Sorry.
what's happening. I'm losing you. you
the
know?
community favorite artists they already have a head start in getting likes to the post or having exposure in general, and it's
Yeah.
super unfair for the rest of us who has to try even harder than them to try to win this contest.
I want the winner of the contest to be the person from the like Genshin Impact community that has like the most followers, like is the most popular, but has the least artistic talent. And I want it to just be them taking like a shitty camera photo of like a post-it note with a smiley face on it, and then for that to win because they get like 1.5 million likes to like second place is 16.
Oh, that hurts.
Oh, who's judging?
Hey Lawrence, talent
by the
doesn't
way,
matter, by the way.
Lawrence?
Who's judging?
Judging? I don't know.
Well, that's the okay.
Game
Then
company?
the only other thing I could think to say is like, you know, maybe even beforehand though, there could also be the possibility that whoever's judging would also be swayed by like name as well. Like they're like, oh wow, it's that guy, like this guy like
Probably.
participated, dude.
Well,
he's
I mean, to be
cool."
fair, the community favorite Genshin artists, they're not ultra famous. It's not like wherever they go, they have a following of like
Well, not
20,000
the
people.
like not the Genshin, but well, like imagine like a
Well,
like
like in general.
like in general, like if it's super popular, like
Yeah.
maybe the judges like also recognize those guys.
Yeah,
They're like, yeah,
if-
those guys
yeah.
are cool.
What do you mean
Yeah.
Jack Black submitted art?
He's winning instantly.
He's winning instantly.
What do you mean? What do you mean he didn't realize that he accidentally sent the email to the wrong email? Just give him the reward already.
Yeah.
Did it. Jack Black.
He's not an artist, but he tried. Give him a reward.
Give him a reward.
But it just hurts because I know that like the people who have a following in that community are the ones that
Are
just
just
draw
like men.
lewd characters or characters in lewd clothing / poses / anything lewd. Those guys are the ones with the following.
Well, listen, Lawrence. Let me put it this way: if you agree to sacrifice your integrity and just start drawing lewd artwork of Genshin Impact characters, that way you can have even a remote chance to win any of these contests, I'll also sacrifice my indignity and start playing like Fortnite on stream.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say, I'll sacrifice my dignity and commission you a lot.
No. I'm just trying because once again, obviously this is the exact conversation that we had last night, but it's like it's basically the same thing of just like you know, in order to become a streamer, like a successful streamer, you need to like do what the system wants you to do, and the system doesn't give a shit about individuals. They care about money.
Yeah.
So it's like
And the system prefers people who have already been there and have people following them already, so they can give them even more followers. This is the entire thing that we just went through, Saba, that we talked about.
Yeah.
All pretty much
Yeah.
I
last
was
night.
like, fuck, dude.
Yeah, because one of the examples that we were looking through with Zach was we want to look at the top game that's being streamed on Twitch, which is Grand Theft Auto 5. And we were going through a list of fucking hundreds of people doing the exact same thing as what the top streamers are doing, but only gaining not even one viewer. It's just them.
Well, because they already have like the top people are already doing it. Like, why would people come look for you when the top guys are doing it?
well, because no one goes to look for anything, Saba. That's not how it works. Like I wish that individuality and uniqueness actually mattered at all. But like that's not how Twitch promotes people. Twitch promotes things based on what's already popular. And why take the risk on somebody who's doing something like weird as opposed to just promoting Ludwig for the 18th time that day?
Like I said,
Yeah.
we should play basketball on stream.
But no one would watch it.
Fail.
Like Grant's fucking nihilistic answer to the situation is essentially just like we should just do whatever we think is fun. And I'm like, yes. What do you think we've been doing?
Yeah.
Why do you think we're playing games from my childhood that I adore instead of something
Why
fucking
do-
shitty like
Why-
oh Key?
Why
Like
do you think Zach shows me the little pic of Okami's stats? Because he wants to drill the fact that we're not playing for attention. We're playing because of fun.
We're playing because Saba clearly adores Okami more than I have seen her like give a shit about a video game in a very long time. So like that's why we're playing Okami, not because it's gonna do anything for the fucking channel.
Who knows? Maybe it could change everything, though, Zach.
We can change everything.
Yeah, but you know what else? And this is like still part of the same topic, but really fucking irritating. My parents used to say that all the fucking time, where it was just like,
This will be the day something could happen.
not even just that this would be the day, but it was just stuff where it was like, well, you don't know if X, Y, or Z might actually lead to like, you know, the best day of your life, or like this could lead to like you having a successful job and you could have a career and blah blah blah, and like the stuff that we're just
No, Zach, no.
Yes, there we go. Sorry, I had to make sure I hit the right buttons, otherwise we're gonna miss out on literally the rest of these quests. But I don't know, like the stuff that like my parents would be saying, like, oh, you don't know, it could be like the gateway to like the success that you've always dreamed of, and it's like working at McDonald's.
But you'll never know. You don't know if you're gonna be working at McDonald's and then a super famous
person walks through and is like, I like the cut of your jib. You want to work with me on like the next big movie?
Yeah.
No, Mr. Beast just walks through the door and gives you $10,000.
Mr. Beast, and he's like, he has a phone, he has his phone camera up, and he's recording me, and it's really awkward. And he's like, "Hey, do you want $1 million?" And I'm like, "Yes, Mr. Beast, I would love $1 million." Then he goes, "Cool, here you go." And then I legit get
a house.
Do you want a house that you don't have to pay any taxes on for 3 years? And I'm like, yes, Mr. Beast, please. I'll suck your cock too.
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
What if you're working at McDonald's, sitting there like taking orders, and then suddenly a man walks up to you and goes, "Zach." Yeah.
You think they allow you to sit at McDonald's?
It's been a long day, Zach. But you know what? The manager was like, "You know what, Zach? You can sit. I know you had your ankle
a manager
surgery,
is
so
there?
you can sit during this."
Your ankle.
Are you kidding? You don't think that the manager?
He called in.
You don't think that he called in? He was watching me on the security camera, and he was like, "Look, Zach,
he was
been
looking
standing
through
all
the
day."
thing, and then so you're taking orders, and then you're like, "What would you like?" And then the guy stops, and you look up at him, and it's Xi Jinping, the president of China, and he's
and he executes me right
like,
there.
Listen, Zach. What?
And he execute me right then and there, puts me out of my misery. Thank Christ.
He goes, "What's your Twitch channel?"
I'm gonna promote it. You're gonna be the first on like.
I'm gonna promote it. Yeah. What's your Twitch channel? Just kidding. I already know it.
I already know it. I've sent all my people.
I've sent my boys there.
I go to my Twitch channel and I go to my Twitch channel and my follower count has hit like 1 billion, and I'm like, excuse you.
And he's like, I can get you more, but
I can get you more, but you have to denounce capitalism. And I'm like, dude,
no.
You're already there.
He's like, I want to play Slime Rancher with you on stream.
Yes, Mr. Xi Jinping. Shing. I'll do it.
That's racist.
I couldn't pronounce his name, dude. I was making fun of myself, not him.
No, it's the sound that the blade makes. Okay?
It's the sound of the blade as he like gets ready to execute me.
Ching, ching, ching.
Yeah, it was as he was getting ready if you were gonna say no. He was gonna
I'd be like, absolutely.
You in the
We
McDonald's.
played Slime Rancher on
thing
stream, and it was sick.
is, you say yes, and then he's like, okay, take down the snipers that are waiting.
Take down
Guns down. Guns down.
And the snipers go, take him down? He goes, no.
All your coworkers, you turn around, all your coworkers had guns pointed at you, and they put them back away.
They like pull up their masks, and they're just like the Chinese Secret Service, and it's like, what?
Yeah.
Like,
how long ago have you planned this, Mr. President?
Ever since you moved to China.
Mr. What?
Oh.
Excuse me. Ever since I moved you to China, I created this exact
Since
town.
I moved you to China.
Yeah, you're in China. You didn't know.
No.
I created this entire town to mimic
Zach,
your job.
It's a simulation, Zach.
I'm not Lawrence. That doesn't affect me.
No, but Zach, you're in a simulation that he put you in that you think you're in China when you're actually in an underground facility that he's just using.
In China.
In China.
I think I'm in China, but in actuality, I'm in a base in China.
Exactly.
There you go.
think you're in China, but actually you're in China.
You're in China.
This is a
Little
good
did
bit.
you know?
This is a really weird. This was a really weird way for the topic to become less depressing.
Yeah.
China is in China.
Right.
Like hey Zach, the president of China is gonna show up at your place of work and just be like, yo.
Yeah.
Hey yo, we're friends, right?
Yo.
He orders
Maybe
one
I'll do
fry
it.
and not like an actual order of fries, like a single fry.
I'd give it to him.
You give him more?
The one
No,
fry?
he only asked for one fry.
Yeah, I give him the one fry.
Exactly as he
I
asked.
would give him give him a single fry at a time as he asked for them.
You would just one at a time. What if you go feed me, Zach? Maybe burn it to
Okay,
me.
ready? I'm assuming that this is not a continuation of the same situation. If the president of China came up to me and said, "Feed me, Zach," my first response would be, "What?" And then I would assume he either executes me or repeats the question. If he does repeat the question, I would say, "What would you like me to feed you?"
I want you to feed me one fry at a time. I need you to baby bird it to me.
Oh God!
Oh my god.
Why is everybody replacing Adrian today?
Well, he's not here right now,
He's not
so
here,
I
yeah.
guess he doesn't
Someone
have a
has
say.
Make up the energy.
How the fuck did I just get poison pointed by using a special move on
Xi Jinping.
on Xi Jinping?
He did it.
He did it. God damn it.
What a joke this is.
No.
Anyways, next banter topic.
Well, I mean, we're not even done with the first banter topic.
What?
Because my point was that I got so fucking sick and tired. I think it was the first time I ever like actively yelled at my dad, because I've yelled at my mom like quite a few times, like more times than I'm proud to admit, just because she can be really frustrating. But then like usually whenever like dad does something shitty, we can just talk about it and it's fine. I think that was like one of the first times, if not one of the only times, that I ever yelled at him, where he was just like, "You don't know that this job wouldn't lead to you having a successful life." And I'm like, bitch, I could say that about jumping off a cliff. I could jump off a cliff, snap my neck, get on the news, and then that launches my acting career. You know,
Yeah.
like, you don't know that, so shut the fuck up.
Yeah, people will donate to you, and then you'll have a surplus more than surgery. and
People will
that's
donate to me.
only-
I'll make $40,000 for doing nothing. And then I'll still
then
tell
you'll
people to
move
have
to
sympathy
China.
for me. And then I'll move to China.
Xi Jinping will come to your McDonald's.
And then you'll feed
You have to,
him
all right, Grant, you have to be
friends at a
careful to
time.
say his name too many times in a row, or else he will appear.
He's Beetlejuice.
I was gonna say Bloody
Bloody
Mary, but
Mary?
sure.
Okay.
Xi Jinping is Beetlejuice.
Either way,
Oh,
it's
we're
scary
getting
time.
executed by China.
Yeah.
As we speak, like, the radiation in our headphones is slowly increasing, like, imperceptibly, but the cancer has already overtaken our brain.
Yes.
Oh god.
What if Beetlejuice showed up to your McDonald's then, Zach?
He's so gross.
That's so rude. Why would you do that? Why would you say that to him?
Why would I do that?
Why would you say that? Why would you do that?
Why would you do that?
But he is gross. Actually,
How
in
dare
fact, based on the like very little that I remember about the movie, I'm pretty sure he would enjoy me saying that.
But by other standards, like the coworkers are like, Zach, what the fuck? You
I
say
don't give
that
a
to
shit about
someone.
any of these coworkers.
Yeah,
Are you shitting me?
Customers are always right, including Beetlejuice.
Customer is always right. The customer is always right and beautiful.
You know one of the things that I thought that was really funny. I will admit I'm stealing this from like a joke that I saw a long while ago, but it was it was like a Karen that was going into a restaurant. This was like a skit, but it was a Karen that was going into a restaurant, and they were like, you know, yelling at the person, and the person at the register was like, what the hell are you talking about? Just go home. And she goes, you can't say that to me. The customer is always right. And he goes, oh, really? And he just like pulls like a sauce packet out from underneath, pulls out his wallet, puts like a quarter into the machine, rings it up, and he goes like, all right, now I am the customer.
Power move.
That'd be really funny.
That's really good. Have you guys seen that video of like closing time at Dunkin' Donuts? Have you
And
seen
then
that,
they
like TikTok?
all the donuts.
I never see
Yeah,
anything.
like them throwing it all in the trash, and it's like, wow.
Wow, that's really
Oh,
upsetting.
I
Put them
actually
in my
know
mouth,
what you're
please.
talking about. Worst for me. It's the
What?
kid who's like, I actually know what you're talking about. He's the guy who's like, the kid who's like, we shouldn't have to throw all this stuff away just to make a point. Like he shows how much they throw away. And I think, did he get like fired for it?
I have no
Most
idea.
likely.
I just remember seeing the video.
I was like,
Because I
most
think
likely.
he ended up getting like, like reprimanded. Like you can't like, no,
You can't
no.
say this shit
no.
against us.
I think like, or if this is the same kid I'm thinking about, like he actually started taking some of them out for like homeless people, and then
And then he
Duncan
got fired.
reprimanded him for that. If I'm
So
thinking of this.
once again, this might not necessarily be the same thing, but I can give you a little bit of like background information on this situation, because I knew people back in New England that, you know, tried to do stuff like that, where like they would. And this is not Bob, the guy that owned the ice cream stand, by the way. This is somebody else. But they were a floor manager at a restaurant, and the thing was that it was like a what's it called when it's like a fast food restaurant, but you're supposed to like sit down and chill?
Food.
Yeah, whatever. I'm about to say, because it wasn't a restaurant like by any stretch of the imagination, but still. All right, and that was the
It was
fourth
like
one.
it wasn't fast food.
It was fast food, as in you got it quickly, but you weren't supposed to like leave in your car and like take it home. But anyway, so long story short, they said like, you know, they started doing this thing where like they started donating the excess food to like homeless shelters and like food pantries and stuff like that. Like stuff that was like, if it was like bread and fruit, obviously you can't do that because it's not ready immediately. Like if there's nobody that would take it home that day, you have to throw it out. But then the stuff that's like or things that would like perish in like a week or two, like that, they would start donating that. Anyway, corporate came down and said you can't do that because we could get sued. They said that they could get sued because if somebody got sick off the food that they donated, you know, the company could get sued. That's totally false. There is literally no state in the United States out of all 50 that has any statute that dictates that the restaurant would be at fault, as long as the restaurant knew 100% that the food was not rotten, like, you know, as if you were gonna sell it that day. If they knew that the food was not rotten when they donated it, they become like more or less completely absolved of like anything that might happen, like allergies or someone getting sick. That's not their fault. Straight up, the whole thing just came down to it was the margins became slightly smaller because if employees started using a fraction of their shift, like getting food ready to donate as opposed to just throwing it out, it was not as efficient. So it was literally more cost effective to just chuck the food as opposed to donating it. But yet they made the lie about it being like a legal thing.
You know what's dumb? I'm pretty sure people would have, you know, been like, we're willing to donate this food if it's like we don't have to pay you to like prep it and stuff. I'm pretty sure people would still say yes.
I don't think that they should have to. It's the
Wait, in one instance.
like I would argue that it's the company's responsibility to do that stuff, because like why should you promote food waste?
Well, that, but I'm saying even on top of that, if they didn't want to quote-unquote spend the money, I'm pretty sure people would still do it, like, where they don't have to pay it, you know?
Yeah, but that would mean that I have to do more paperwork to establish that, so I'd rather not. So I'm just gonna fire you instead.
Great.
You're fired. Goodbye.
Good to know.
Well, fun time.
Look at this big onyx.
Ooh.
How did he fit in here?
They had to
big-ass
transport him
windows.
rock by rock.
I don't like that. Can onyx actually come apart? I don't know.
I don't think so.
I hope not. But like I'm just thinking of like Pokemon Battle Revolution, which I know we're ending stream here in a second. I just want to get set up for tomorrow because we have some shit to do. Because unfortunately, some dumbass wasted a large portion of the stream doing a 50-floor dungeon for nothing.
No, it was for Rayquaza.
Right, but we didn't need to do it. In Pokemon Battle Revolution, the animation on Onix, every single individual like part of his body like rotated independently, which implies that there was nothing that was like holding him together.
That's
Oh my.
Maybe Onyx was psychic all along.
We got red silk.
Oh my god.
If you open
be
up
crazy.
Onyx, will you find Gus or will it just be more stone?
So my assumption was that if
Oh
you ever
God, I
cracked
don't know.
open an Onix, I'm assuming that you'd find like a really cool looking geode.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm glad you said that.
Oh, I don't like there being guts inside. That's not cool, Lawrence. Why would you do this to us?
I mean, the brain makes sense, right?
Lawrence, why do you hate us?
Have you
Because it's
seen
funny.
like some Pokemon anatomy? That stuff is sick.
Well, literally,
terrifying.
there's. I think that there has only ever been one official like Nintendo-approved Pokemon anatomy thing, and that was showing the inside of a Voltorb to show that it's not a Pokeball. Literally, everything else has only been like fan stuff, and it's like I don't like thinking about that. No, stop with the Ditto on that. That didn't make any sense. He's literally
Oh,
just a pile of
God.
goo. Will you stop? I hate these Pokemon anatomy. They're so gross.
Oh my
right.
god, what am I
So,
even looking at?
We... Yo, dude! We did it!
Yo.
We're at the next story mission. Because you'll notice that there's no one here.
Nice.
Yo.
And this is where we stop the game. You don't. None of you get to see it. We're done.
Well, I mean, we're going to be
We're
coming
done
back
with the
tomorrow.
Bye,
But,
No,
Uh,
we're done.
but we're done.
Gone.
There should be treasure here. Alright, that's fine. So, starting tomorrow... Well, I'm gonna double check real quick. I'm gonna double check at the bar just to see if there's another, like, secret mission that we can do. Or, not that we can do, but that I can do in my own time, because I would love to do this. I would love to just go out and do that. You arrived just earlier. A strange Pokemon appeared and asked me to give you this. I got a paper. Yes, Mount Avalanche. Who do you think is there? I guess Articuno.
Reggie Ice.
No, Reggie Ice is that's a different thing. In fact, I believe all four Reggies are in the same dungeon.
Reggie Fils-Aimé.
Reggie Fils-Aimé. Alright,
Yeah.
just doing that.
His body
Mount
grew.
Avalanche, though, that doesn't really sound like any Pokemon. Like, Articuno is the only thing I can think of. And I know it's not
Probably is.
Suicune, because Suicune's like its own thing. Again. Alright, so based on what I know, and also vestigially, because of this walkthrough, we have... Over the course of a 4-hour stream tomorrow, we have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mainline missions.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Yay!
Yeah.
Plus
Sounds
the
like a
lot.
6
So-
plus 50 floors.
Well, we're not doing that, but I might actually, just in an effort to make sure that this gets done on time, I might start stream an hour early tomorrow. I don't expect anybody to meet me during that time, and I know that it kind of sucks because I know that obviously the main objective of this was to show Lawrence and Saba something cool, but you know, we do need to finish this, so I can't necessarily not do that.
Alrighty.
When you guys, like, if you guys don't join me for the 7 o'clock stream, I'll just fill you in as to what happens in the next location. and then we should be fine.
Sure.
All right, cool. So with that being said, I'm gonna
Good
do
night.
one last save slot, and we should be all good to go. All right, good night, everybody.
Okay.
Not everyone.
y'all.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, stream.